Hey guys, good morning. What a debate.
Steve Cain. Talk 1470. WNN.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of My Pillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat. I would flip-flop all night long. I would wake up with a sore neck.
Good morning, hey Katina.
Like I needed
Great
a nap,
debate. I'm so excited.
When I invented My Pillow, I wanted it to where you can move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position. My Pillow will get you into that deep sleep faster, and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much time we spend in bed. It's about how much of that quality sleep we get. I do all of my own manufacturing.
Hey, Liberty Eagle.
Here in the United States, I have a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry My Pillow, and I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever.
For a limited time, go to mypillow.com, and Mike will give you 2 My Pillow premium pillows for one low price. And you will also receive free shipping when you use the promo code CANE, K-A-N-E, or call 1-800-716-4879 and give them promo code CANE, K-A-N-E, and receive 2 My Pillow premium pillows for one low price. Again, use the promo code CANE, K-A-N-E, at mypillow.com or 1-800-716-4879 for this fantastic offer.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit mypillow.com.
The Steve Cain Show is brought to you by attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Avoid probate with a revocable living trust. $350 for single people, $450 for married couples. When you complete your trust with attorney Barry Siegel.
All right, here we go, people.
Certificate to Tavolino Italian Restaurant in Coral Springs. The Siegel Law
Oh, man.
With 9 offices in South Florida, including Boca
Good morning, YouTube. Make sure you guys subscribe on YouTube.
855 FLA 3782. The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of the station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
The Steve Cain Show is live in Morning Drive, 6 till 9 a.m. weekdays, and over a week. The show toll free.
Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Yeah, where are you calling from? What's your name?
Jenna from Gresham, Oregon.
Hey, Jenna in Oregon. What's on your mind?
Watched the Democratic debate
Yeah.
tonight. It was horrendous. I thought Kamala Harris was nothing but venom. She never said anything positive about what she planned to do. I thought Buttigieg, what is it?
Booty judge. Booty judge.
He had some good points, and I thought Cory Booker had good points.
Oh, yeah. Now, before I tell you anything about the debate, you said that Buttigieg and Cory Booker had good points. Could you give me an example of a good point that was made by Cory Booker?
Not to tear each other apart and to what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
To help infrastructure.
All right. Okay. Now you're in Oregon. Are you a Trump voter? Are you a Trump person?
I'm an independent.
Oh, okay. Who'd you vote for in the last election?
Neither one of them.
Come on. Who'd you vote for?
Who was it?
You don't even remember?
Party.
The Green Party. Why would you? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, well, obviously. Why would you vote? This is interesting. Why would you not vote for President Donald Trump? Why did you not vote for Donald Trump?
My husband did.
I don't know, but you didn't. You voted for some Green Party loser. Why did you not vote for Donald Trump?
A loser.
No, he lost.
For Oregon, and we have a governor here.
Yeah. No. He is a loser because you said he didn't win. That makes him a loser. You voted for a loser. Why did you not vote for Donald Trump?
Because I wanted Oregon to do better with maybe some different inspiration.
Different inspiration. Well, are you going to vote for Donald? Okay, are you going to do the right thing and vote for Donald Trump this time?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, okay, great. We won you over. We won you good. Yeah, we won you. Okay, now let me tell you this about the debate. Before the show hasn't even started yet. I put you on before I even started the show. So, I mean, we're on the air, but I didn't do an intro or share any thoughts. That was the greatest debate ever. That was the best debate ever. Those Democrats did so much to help the MAGA Make America Great movement last night. It was beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm glad. Cory Booker, no, we want them to tear each other apart. We want them to destroy each other. Last night, they made Joe Biden the very firm front runner, which is what we need. Yeah, so that makes it a great debate. Anything that helps Donald Trump is great.
Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, they just want to make it a socialistic country and give everything to everybody, and who's going to pay?
Yeah, but that's spectacular. That's what we want. We want them to tear each other apart. We want that skater dweeb, Beto, to say, "You're damn right, I'm going to confiscate your guns." You know, we want Elizabeth Warren, the fake Indian, and Bernie Sanders to talk about social. That debate last night very well may be the best debate we get, period, until Donald Trump wipes the floor with creepy Joe Biden. But that was incredible last night. I watched it this morning. And I thought it was the best debate I've seen in a long, long time.
I didn't look at that perspective.
Yeah.
I remember when President Reagan was running, and they kept trying to bait him, pull him out and bait him on different things. And with his wit and intelligence, he said what he wanted to do and sidestepped all of it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad. Hey, listen here. I'm glad you're doing the right thing and voting for Donald Trump this time. You made a mistake last time and voted for that Green Party loser whose name you cannot even remember, but you're going to vote for Donald Trump this time. So good for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate the call, Oregon. Yeah. Welcome to the program. My name is Brian Craig. This is Florida's longest running radio show, The Steve Cain Show, on the radio since 1977. And, of course, this is the most important Steve Cain show of the week because this is not just our live morning drive edition on this Friday morning. Remember, we are live in morning drive weekday mornings from 6 until 9 a.m., but we are also on the air overnight, 7 nights a week, from midnight till 6 a.m. In fact, weekdays, the Steve Cain show airs from midnight until 9 o'clock in the morning, Monday through Friday, and, of course, midnight till 6 a.m. all weekend long as well. And that means just on our 5 Florida radio stations, we are on 2 AMs and 3 FM radio stations here in Florida. Just on our 5 Florida radio stations, the Friday edition of the Steve Cain Show will air a total of 33 times before we return live to you Monday morning at 6. So we always want to make sure the Friday show is the best, and we had this most incredible debate last night, which we'll go through. I can't wait. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Oh, hey, Richie. Hey, Richie.
I watched that garbage last night.
Oh, it was great. It was great, man. The best.
And I understand. You know what? I said right off the top when they introduced the panel and they put up that Latin activist, Jorge.
Yes.
Steve said every Latin, and the word Latino kept coming up.
Yeah. Yes.
Expecting that he believes in open borders, let everybody go.
Well, he's a legal immigrant from Mexico. You know, I will tell you this. Last night, I turned the debate on right when it started. And when Jorge Ramos started speaking in Spanish and then said, "This country is our country too, and we're conquering it," I turned it off and I called Steve. I said, "Screw it. I am not watching this freaking debate. You can watch it. I'm not watching this damn thing. They're speaking Spanish. They're pissing me off. They got this guy who says the Latinos are conquering America." And I did watch it this morning when I got up because I do have to watch it, okay, to be on the air. I did watch it this morning, so I'll go through it. But Jorge Ramos, that was the best. When he's speaking Spanish and saying, "We Latinos, this is our country, damn you, you white conquistadors." I mean, that was like worth 3 million votes for Donald Trump.
Really, he flipped so many people off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And people that don't know, he is such an activist. He got thrown out of a press conference.
Yeah, I wonder if he has a wall around the gated community he lives in Miami. I wonder. I bet.
Unbelievable. And then the rest of them started, and Biden started, and Buttigieg tried to make Biden. Did you forget what you said a minute ago?
No, that was Castro. I think you forgot, Richie. You forgot. No, it was Castro who said you forgot what you said 2 minutes ago. Well, what they did last night, is they have made this Julio Julian Castro. Good name, right? The last Democrat president had a name that people confused with Osama bin Laden, right? Remember, even Joy Behar on The View referred to him as Obama bin Laden or Osama Obama once. And now they got a guy up there running Castro, who's named after the most famous dictator of the entire hemisphere. And what he did last night, Richie, was make Joe Biden a victim. And Democrats love to rally behind victims. And whether or not Biden can keep his false teeth from slipping out or not, he is going to be the nominee courtesy of Castro last night.
Castro is one nasty, arrogant, smug human being. I look at him and he's got his nose so far up in the air, it just makes me sick.
Yes.
Listen, I try to be objective watching this. My wife said, "Oh, how can you watch this crap?" I said, "I can't. I have to do this. I have to do this." And my friend who's visiting me from Utah, he had to go to bed. He couldn't stand it. I mean,
is your friend from Utah a Mormon?
No, he's a.
Oh, he's a Jew married to a Mormon. I wonder what the family thinks about that. Boy, the family must be upset that she married a non-Mormon.
Basically, it's a clan. It's a clique.
Well, my wife's best friend lives in Utah, and they're Mormons. Mormons are good people. They're good people.
Let me switch over back to this debate.
Oh yeah.
Watching all these people, I'm watching it. Then this Asian gets up there and says he's going to give money out of his campaign for a year to 10.
Yeah.
And the commie gets up there, Bernie Sanders, and I'm going to tell you something. Any American that votes for this communist, and he's such a communist. I mean, this guy is, and he looked like an angry old man sitting there. And then Elizabeth Warren's got the answers for everything. I mean, this is such a farce.
The Asian guy. What's the Asian guy's name? Tojo Yin and Yang. I'm not sure what's his name. but I read an article this morning. They're talking about he may have committed a campaign finance violation or broken a law by offering to bribe people for their votes.
Yeah, this is it's incredible, and then I like I said, I'm sitting there and Biden was stuttering all over the place, their front runner, and Elizabeth Warren. They asked her, what kind of leverage are you going to? How can you use leverage against China? The tariffs are leverage. You're going to try to tell me that you're going to outdo Donald Trump. They completely have ignored the facts of figures, numbers, employment, and everything else.
Did you get the Tojo reference to?
Different planet, all of them.
Well, when Castro, I'm starting to think Castro is working for Trump, because last night what he did by firming up Biden, and remember how Castro started his campaign? He made his announcement. He had a Mexican mariachi band playing in front of him when he announced he was running for president. Hey, listen, Richie, I got to take a break because I've had 3 bottles of water to drink this morning. I got to go to the men's room. Or I'm going to, all right, yeah, I know. Full disclosure, I got to go. Hey, listen, it's 20 minutes after 6. I'm Brian Craig. This is the Steve Cain Radio Show. Oh, man, what a glorious day. What a great debate. If you're on hold, stand by. Back to your calls after my bathroom break. I'm not kidding. I got to go.
Talk 1470 WNN.
Right now, the U.S. is in the midst of a deadly opioid epidemic. In South Florida alone, someone suffers an overdose every 2 hours, either from heroin, fentanyl, or some other prescription medication that's as close as the family medicine cabinet. In fact, Mom and Dad's medicine cabinet is frequently the gateway to the horrors of hardcore addiction down the road. Drug problems left unattended are only going to get worse. This is not something you can do do on your own. You need expert professional help, and if your family is disintegrating in front of your eyes and you feel helpless, I'm here to tell you that help is available. Call my good friend Sal at the Edge Recovery, 561 area code 523-4325. This is his personal cell phone, 561-523-4325. If your loved one refuses treatment, the Edge Recovery will conduct an intervention and get them into the treatment plan that they need.
I had to take a break anyway. Well, in radio, what you learn more than anything is how to go to the bathroom faster than other humans, because you got to go. You got, most commercials are about 60 seconds. You got about 60 seconds.
Call Sal at the Edge Recovery.
And radio studios always have a men's room right outside the door.
Sal's personal cell phone, 561-523-4325.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I would flip-flop all night long, I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you can move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual.
Good morning, good morning. Hey, everyone on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Subscribe, like, click the notification bell.
Time we spend in bed, it's about how much of that quality sleep we get. I do all of my own
I might do some live stream. I'm going up to Disney World tomorrow. I'll live stream on YouTube from Disney World a little bit.
Money back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever.
For a limited time, go to mypillow.com, and Mike will give you 2 MyPillow premium pillows for one low price. And you will also receive free shipping when you use the promo code.
Hey, Jack. Good morning.
Kane, or call 1-800-716-4879 and give them promo code Cain, Kane, and receive 2 MyPillow premium pillows for one low price. Again, use the promo code Cain, Kane, at mypillow.com or 1-800-716-4879 for this fantastic offer.
The original Star Wars. I know they call it Episode 4 and all that crap now, but it's Star Wars to me. I'm going to go to the Star Wars land tomorrow. All right, welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. You are listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Cain Show, on the radio since 1977. I'm in a great mood, having watched that great Democrat debate last night. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Morning, Brian, Steve Boyle.
Hey.
Glad to see you're up early.
Yeah.
I was watching part of it before I threw up. And you know what was going through my mind? Whoever the winner is of the Democratic Clown Circus show, when they go to debate Trump, he's going to tear them in pieces. I mean, everything I listen to, if you're a middle class or a working stiff and you listen to each one of them, every single one of them is coming to take anything you want to live better in your life away from you.
Oh, yeah. Now, do you agree with me that debate, again, when I first, let me play this clip, because I got a lot of clips here. I was putting them together this morning. I got up very early to make sure I had the clips. Where is the one with, who's that Castro? Okay, wait a second. Castro. Where is my, no. What is, Jorge Ramos, that's his name. Hold on, where's the Jorge Ramos clip? Oh, yeah, this is, when I heard Jorge Ramos with this, I turned the TV off. I really was. Last night, I was really so pissed off. This is Jorge Ramos, how he opened up the debate with George Stephanopoulos.
Hey, Ramos, from our partner network, Univision. Jorge?
George, thank you very much. We appreciate the opportunity to welcome Latinos across the country and to ask about Latinx issues during these challenging times. En este país también se habla español. Este debate se realiza en un momento muy difícil para los latinos en Texas y en todo Estados Unidos, pero es importante que ellos sepan, que sepamos que este también es nuestro país. Let me just give you a little translation here. I'm telling Latinos that despite the fact that we are facing difficult times, this is our country too.
This is our country, too. So when Jorge Ramos told the millions of illegals in this country and the millions that are hoping to illegally come here around the world that America is their country, that was it for me, and I turned off the damn television, and I was really pissed. I'm like, this is disgusting. What a jerk. And then this morning when I, thought about it and watched the debate, I was like, you know what, that was great. That was spectacular what he did. Could he help Trump any more than that?
I have a lot of Spanish friends, and they watch Univision and the other Spanish stations down from Miami, and they all tell me the same thing. They hate Trump. They're the same as a CNN or MSNBC.
Well, yeah.
Jorge Ramos is playing to the same audience that your CNN and MSNBC.
That's right.
The Spanish stations, if you listen to them and you can understand what they're saying, it's anti-Trump all the time.
Yeah.
Fairly related, according.
Well, Jorge Ramos has an idea in his mind that gringos are a minority in America, and that in the United States, the Latinos are the new majority. And the reason it appears that way to someone like Jorge Ramos is because he lives a segregated life. He works at Univision filled with Latinos. He lives in a Latino area. He goes to Latino businesses to eat, to do all his work. So he doesn't interact with people that don't speak Spanish. So he just assumes everyone in this country is speaking Spanish, and that creepy ass cracker gringos are a minority. And I got to tell you, him saying this is our country too, to the illegals that are not only in this country, but foreign nationals that are thinking about coming here illegally, that pisses people off, and it pisses people off big time, I think.
First time you ever really noticed Jorge Ramos?
I've known about him for a long time, believe it or not, but I know most people when he got tossed out of that press conference by Trump.
Spanish Jim Acosta. And
oh, yeah.
I don't know if he wrote a book yet, but he will. But that's how these guys get their effect.
Yeah, you can find his book at the bibliothèque, But my Spanish is so bad, I'm not even gonna. You know how many times I took Spanish in college? I thought I wasn't gonna graduate college because you have to take 2 semesters of a foreign language, And I have a learning disability when it comes to foreign languages. I failed Spanish in high school. I dropped before the drop date so many times in college, and luckily I had a great tutor. My wife speaks some Spanish, and she got me through my last semester of my senior year of college is when I finally took my second semester of Spanish, and it was brutal. But, Jorge Ramos, he's worse than he's a hardcore activist. He swam across the Rio Grande once on television, and he's a real piece of work, but he is helping Trump. He's too stupid and arrogant to understand, but he's a great ally in the media to Donald Trump.
But I'll tell you, when the debate comes up between whoever the Democratic individual is going to be and Trump, that is going to be pure television, because Trump is going to rip them. These people are one step away from the funny farm. And when Trump gets on stage, it's going to be grand TV. I can't wait to see what Trump's going to do.
Now,
I think they know it.
Well, don't you think last night that what Julian Castro did was really in bad taste to Biden? In fact, Biden did not forget what he said 2 minutes ago, but Castro planned on saying that before the debate began, and he was just looking for an opportunity to bark it out at Biden. And when I saw the analysis on it, MSNBC said this. Listen to this, Steve. MSNBC said that Castro could really lose a lot of supporters for that stunt last night if he had supporters to lose. And yeah, I know. Isn't that funny? Now, Cory Booker backed up Castro in an interview after, but the media reaction from the left, they're really upset with that cognition issue and all of that. And they have, I think, firmed up Biden as the nominee because he's been, as I told Richie earlier, he made Biden a victim, and liberals love to circle the wagons around victims.
Well, my best takeaway was, who was it? Kamala Harris said, you're not going to have any more private insurance out there? Was she the one who said that?
Yeah, I almost forgot she was there. I mean, she's really just, you know.
Drunk. I personally think
She does slur her words a lot. Doesn't she slur her words a lot? The way she talks, she does sound drunk.
I think she's a drunk. Drunk.
I think so too. I've thought that before, and I've seen her not just in the debates but on interviews, and she slurs her words quite a bit. I'd like to, you know, I think a lot. I bet she is. Yeah. All right. Hey, listen. Appreciate the call, Steve. Thanks so much. All right. Take care. Do you know? Oh, by the way, do you guys know Kamala Harris used to date Montel Williams? That's right. Good morning. You're on the radio. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Mike from Baton Rouge.
Hey, Mike in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. What's going on?
Yep. You know, I did watch the debate, but in bits and pieces, because that's about all I could take of it. But you look at these guys, and you're right when you say that none of these guys are going to beat Trump. None of them. He's going to wipe the floor with them. But you look at that. You look at those people on the stage, and there's, of the 10 people, there's maybe 3 to 5 that have a legitimate shot of winning the nomination. That's it. You know, and the fact of the matter is the rest of these people, you know what they're doing? They're auditioning to be the vice presidential candidate. That's what they're doing.
Do you? I don't think so. I think they're true believers. I think they're. I watch interviews and things with them, and they are delusional. They all think they can be president, even yin and yang. You know, Kamala Harris. What do you think? Does she sound like she's drunk sometimes? Does she seem to slur her words to you?
Yeah, she does, and it should. Well, I'm not gonna get into how she got her original shot at being a politician.
Are you talking about sleeping with the married mayor of San Francisco, Willie Brown? That's what he said. He gave her first statewide job. He appointed her to a statewide committee.
Right, but she does have a legitimate shot at winning the nomination. She's one of the 3. You know, Bernie and you know, and of course Creepy Joe.
Well, you know, Kamala Harris, because when she's not for a presidential person, she's not ugly. You know, she's not ugly. And I thought, you know, and I said, I bet you when she was young, she was good looking, because you heard the Willie Brown story. And I saw some photographs of her on a red carpet with Montel Williams from many years ago when she was much younger, and she was not good looking when she was young. I thought she might have been, but she wasn't. She was not.
And that's the thing. That's the thing now. Don't get me wrong. Whoever wins is going to get the floor wiped. He's going to wipe the floor with him. And I tell you what, whoever the candidate for the vice presidential side is, I don't care who it is. If it's Pence, I mean, he'll wipe the floor with them too.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Mike in Louisiana, appreciate the call. All right, take care. You know, and Mike in Louisiana, I just heard his Louisiana accent was coming out. He sounded either like a Civil War general there in the end. Did you hear that Louisiana accent? Or you know, one of the guys from Deliverance or something. But I heard his Louisiana accent coming out. Hey, listen, we'll take our break. 34 minutes after the hour. My name is Brian Craig. This is the Steve Cain Radio Show. Your calls are welcome at 1-888-GO-CAIN-1. That's Cain with a K, K-A-N-E. 888-GO-CAIN-1. 888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. We'll be right back after this.
Planning on making changes to your Medicare plan or prescription drug plan, now is the time to do it. I want you to meet my insurance agent, Debbie, from I Will Advisors. Debbie, you know me, I don't know anything about this insurance thing. That's why I'm glad to have you as an agent. Why is it important people call you now?
Well, open enrollment begins October 15th through December 7th, and it's the one time a year where Medicare allows you to make changes to your Medicare Advantage plans or your prescription drug plans. We can start discussing the new options available to you anytime after October 1st.
So the sooner the better, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. You'll take good, you know, when I tell people to come in and they're Steve Cain listeners, I know you're going to give them that extra special treatment, right?
Absolutely. Go out of our way to educate everybody on all their options. Awesome. We go to your home. We'll meet you at a coffee shop if you're more comfortable, or of course you're welcome to come to our office in Coral Springs.
That is terrific. Debbie, give them the number where they can get a hold of you. And folks, now is the time to do it. Don't leave things till the last minute. Everything goes wrong when you leave things till the last minute. How can they make that appointment, Deb?
Absolutely. Give us a call. Our number is 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
You're in good hands with Debbie, and give her a call. When you do, be sure to tell her Steve Cain sent you.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I would flip-flop all night long, I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you can move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position.
Great debate. Make sure you guys subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe.
It's not about how much time we
and click the
spend in bed,
notification
it's about
bell.
how much of that quality
And
sleep
like.
we get. I do all of my own manufacturing right here in the United
I'd like to see as
States.
many
I have a
likes as
10-year
there are
warranty.
people
You can wash and dry
watching
my pillows. I
live.
give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever.
For a limited time, go to mypillow.com and Mike will give you 2 MyPillow premium pillows for one low price. And you will also receive free shipping when you use the promo code CANE, K-A-N-E, or call 1-800-716-4879 and give them promo code CANE, K-A-N-E, and receive 2 MyPillow premium pillows for one low price. Again, use the promo code CANE, K-A-N-E, at mypillow.com or 1-800-716-4879 for this fantastic offer.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit mypillow.com.
Steve Cain and Brian Craig are heading out on another epic adventure on the high seas, and you are invited. We leave from Fort Lauderdale on November 8th for 6 nights on the Celebrity Silhouette and sail to the Cayman Islands. Join us for 6
What do you
days
mean
of
junk,
fun,
Steven?
snorkeling, Mayan ruins, beaches, blackjack, and great friends. For information, call Ian 561-244-5779. 561-244-5779.
The Steve Cain Show is brought to you by attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Avoid probate with a revocable living trust. $350 for single people, $450 for married couples. When you complete your trust with attorney Barry Siegel, he will give you a $100 gift certificate to Tavern.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, great. All those likes. Appreciate it. If you're on a mobile device, close out the chat and you'll see the subscription and like button right there. And you can just reopen the chat.
FLA 3782.
Listen to the Steve Cain Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for W.
All righty, we are back. My name is Brian Craig. This is the Steve Cain Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show, celebrating this incredible Democrat debate last night, which has just brought President Trump even closer to the overwhelming victory he would receive anyway to being reelected. You know, the third biggest and best Steve Cain cruise is right around the corner. We leave November 8th from Fort Lauderdale, and almost all of you are invited. Al the John is not invited, but the rest of you are. And join us. We are less than 2 months away from this incredible cruise. My daughter is coming with me this time. She couldn't make it on the last one. And our first stop, we leave out of Fort Lauderdale on the Celebrity Silhouette. First stop, Grand Cayman, of course, and the Cayman Islands, which I'm very much looking forward to. I've always wanted to go to the Cayman Islands, never been. Our second stop is Costa Maya, Costa Maya, Mexico, where we are going to go and visit the incredibly intact and beautiful Mayan ruins. And there's something called the Blue Lagoon there, too, we're going to check out in Costa Maya. Third and final stop, Cozumel, which is a beautiful island with some of the most beautiful beaches I have ever seen. And we are going to have a great time. We have dinner together every night. We've got all kinds of shipboard activities planned for our group, including when we leave port from Fort Lauderdale, our sail-away party, where we're all going to be on the helicopter pad on the bow of the ship in our private sail-away party, surrounded by free champagne and officers from the ship who are going to be at our private party as we sail right out into the Atlantic Ocean. Join us. You know, my daughter, she's been taking me clothes shopping. She took me to the mall yesterday afternoon. I bought a couple more Hawaiian shirts. My daughter said, I don't want you to wear, I'm tired of your Star Wars shirts, Dad. I want you to wear some cabana clothes. So we went out. She got me some Hawaiian shirts and got some new shorts. In fact, I'm wearing a pair of the new shorts right now that I bought for the cruise. I got my cabana hat. I'm ready to go. I mean, I am ready to go on this incredible vacation. We leave Friday, November 8th in the afternoon, and we return the following Thursday morning. Call Ian over at Cruise and Travel Depot. Join us. You will have a spectacular time. I'm very much looking forward to it. Yeah, I know. Call Ian at Cruise and Travel Depot. I'm going to give you his number, but if you miss this, it is listed at stevekainshow.com. And you overnight listeners, call him in the middle of the night. If he doesn't answer, which he might do, leave a message. He'll call you back. Join us. This is going to be a great time. And the number for Ian at Cruise and Travel Depot, 561-244-5779. 561-244-5779. Oh, man, and join us. We're just going to have a great time. And our group grows and grows each time we do a Steve Cain cruise. We've got this cruise family. We see each other on the cruise, and it's like we saw each other 10 minutes ago when we get together. And it's going to be a grand old time. Now, there was some incredible news yesterday that we really should be jumping for joy about. And beyond just this incredible debate last night, the United States Attorney is moving forward with charges against corrupt public official Andrew McCabe based on the IG report findings. I mean, this is great news. Sarah Carter's website, Sarah Carter reporting, sarahcarter.com, District of Columbia U.S. Attorney Jesse Liu has recommended moving forward with charges against former FBI Director Andrew McCabe as the Justice Department rejects a last-ditch appeal from the former top FBI official. A source familiar with the decision told sarahcarter.com. Fox News first reported that McCabe's legal team said they received an email from the Department of Justice which said, quote, "The department rejected your appeal of the United States Attorney's Office decision in the matter. Any further inquiry should be directed to the United States Attorney's Office." Attorney General William Barr appointed Connecticut U.S. Attorney John Durham to investigate the FBI's role in the probe against President Donald Trump's campaign. That's the FISA spying. That's the illegal FISA warrant that they used to spy on a presidential candidate at his presidential headquarters and his home. This is bigger than Watergate. You know, that Watergate break-in into the Democrat National Committee offices at the Watergate building was what? To get a list of donors? I'm not sure what that was about. But this is great stuff. This is a great stuff. I'm really excited. A source familiar with the decision told sarahcarter.com that the prosecution and Jesse Liu decided to move forward with the charges. McCabe and his team appealed the decision to the Deputy Attorney General, who rejected the appeal. According to the source, McCabe and his lawyers had multiple meetings with the prosecutors, also had a meeting with Jesse Liu in efforts to appeal the decision. Wow, this is great. This is great stuff. The charges will be based on the Department of Justice Inspector General's April 2018 report, which stated on the allegations related to McCabe, he lacked candor, including under oath, which means he lied under oath, on multiple occasions in connection with describing his role in connection with a disclosure to the Wall Street Journal in violation of FBI policy. Further, it stated that McCabe's disclosure of the existence of an ongoing investigation in the matter described in the report, it goes on and on and on. I'm not going to bore you with all those details, but McCabe is being charged. He's going to face charges. So I was starting to lose a little faith in the Attorney General's Durham that he put in charge of this. And I'm very happy that it looks like McCabe not struck, you know, because I thought maybe, well, they'll get struck, you know, and we're supposed to be excited, about Strzok, and I'm glad they've gone a little bit higher up than Strzok. Not that Strzok isn't going to be charged too, but this is very important stuff. I mean, what they did to a presidential candidate should not happen to anyone running for president. And you know what? If it was a Republican who was spying on the Hillary Clinton campaign headquarters, and by the way, Trump lives in Trump Tower, so they were also spying on a presidential candidate's home. If they did that to the Clintons, I'd be upset too. That is wrong. That is not America. But I suspect the powers that be, you know, what happened with this is usually before someone becomes a presidential candidate, they've been corrupted long before by the establishment. And it's in the modern era, we have not had a non-establishment person become president of the United States, or even a nominee. I know a lot of people say Eisenhower. Eisenhower, you know, when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, Eisenhower was he a lieutenant colonel or a major? He was no higher than lieutenant colonel. He might have even been a major when Pearl Harbor was bombed. I got to look into that, but he was no higher than a lieutenant colonel. And you think a guy that was a lieutenant colonel got that theater promotion to 5-star general who wasn't politically connected with the establishment? Of course he was. Of course he was. You know, we've never had someone from the outside. So before somebody gets to that level, the establishment has already corrupted them, whether it's in Congress, whether it's in college, they're all corrupted. Or they grow up in that same political crew of people, the Harvard Yale crowd, you know, and, you know, like Buttigieg, who's, you know, in that crowd, you know, he's just, you know, and they've never had someone who was about to become president who was not under their control already. And that FISA warrant scam they were running on President Trump was an act of desperation because they have never had someone they didn't control become the president before, and they realized he had a good chance of becoming president. That's why the panic set in. So I'm very glad that they are starting with McCabe and not someone lower. And let me tell you, if they're going after McCabe, a lot of them better be terrified. A lot of them, because this really, I think, caught McCabe off guard. He really thought that he could beat this, because this is some establishment club they've got going on up there. You know, and this isn't supposed to happen. See, the reason there's so much evidence showing what they illegally were doing to President Trump at Trump Tower is because there's two reasons. One, this is how they've always done business, and two, they figured Hillary would win, so nobody would look into this. So they didn't bother covering up their tracks. All right, we'll take our last break of the first hour. We'll get back to this great debate last night, 48 minutes after the hour. My name is Brian Craig. This is the Steve Cain Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Vitamins customers. All the vitamins and supplements you know and love are available at Save-A-Lot Nutrition Centers, and the prices are a fraction of what you were paying before. Stop in or call Save-A-Lot. Save-A-Lot Nutrition Centers is located a half-mile south of Sample Road on the west side of State Road 7 in the Penn Dutch Plaza. Speak with Al. He's the owner. Tell him what supplements you were looking for, and he will be more than happy to get you the supplements you need. Save-A-Lot Nutrition Centers, 754-307-1655, 754-307-1655.
Denture wearers, are messy adhesives ruining the taste of your food? Is it painful for you to eat? Does the constant denture movement affect your speech? Are you always worried that your dentures will fall out while you're talking or laughing? Do you have sore spots? You are not alone. These are common problems that can be solved simply with dental implants. This is Steve Cain, and I want to introduce you to Brighton Dental Care, where the Cain family goes for all our dental needs. Brighton Dental Care doesn't want cost to stop you from being able to eat the foods you love again and live in comfort. That's why, for Steve Cain listeners, they're offering implants. Get this, for just $3,500. That includes 2 implants plus a lower denture. Now, if you go to a dentist in Boca or in Aventura, they're going to charge you $6,000 for the exact same implants and denture. That's right, $6,000. But at Brighton Dental Care, just $3,500, and that includes the 2 implants plus your lower denture. Laugh and live with confidence. Call Brighton Dental Care at 954-922-4633, 954-922-4633, and online at brightondentalcare.com. Be sure to ask about special discounts for our military veterans.
This is Roger Simon, reverse mortgage specialist at South Florida's Choice Mortgage Bank. I've found that reverse mortgages can be a very valuable financial vehicle for seniors. I truly change their lives for the better. In fact, I have a reverse mortgage myself, and it's certainly improved my life. Everyone's situation, of course, is different, but I've found over and over that a reverse mortgage can solve many of a senior's financial problems. It's a valuable tool to allow you to age in place. And if you're a senior like me, that's a primary goal. By aging in place, I mean that you're financially able to stay in the home you love for the rest of your life. So if you own your home, together our love for mortgage. If you want to know how a reverse mortgage can change your life by giving you the financial freedom you need, find out how by giving me a call anytime at 561-441-2730. That's 561-441-2730. I look forward to hearing from you.
Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender NMLS 166254.
Listen to the Steve Cain Show on iHeart.
All right, we are back. My name is Brian Craig. This is the Steve Cain Radio Show. You know, Friendly Tire, I have been a customer of Friendly Tire for over a decade. Over a decade. And, I found Friendly Tire because, well, the word of mouth. Someone told me about Friendly Tire and the great deals over there. And it was back when I had a Jeep Wrangler. And it was a, four-wheel drive, had those big tires on it. And I found Friendly Tire because tires on a Jeep Wrangler four-wheel drive could be pretty pricey. And I never stopped shopping there for tires. Every car in my home is driving around on tires from Friendly Tire, as well as my extended family. My mother-in-law goes over there with her car and everything else. The prices are unbelievable. And, Friendly Tire, I had been telling Steve about Friendly Tire for a long time. And Steve, from time to time, when he would need tires, he would say, "Oh, yeah, I got tires yesterday." I said, "Steve, next time you get tires, tell me first. I want to take you to Friendly Tire, where they have prices that are so low on new tires, you're throwing your money away." And this happened over quite a while. And then finally, a few months back, Steve said, "Oh, I got to go get tires after the show today on his van." And I said, "Listen, go to Friendly Tire. They're right down the street from Save-A-Lot Nutrition Center. Go to Friendly Tire." And I told him what the deals were like on new tires over at Friendly Tire. And he's like, "Okay, whatever." It's like he didn't believe me because the prices are so low at Friendly Tire. And he went over there and he called me from Friendly Tire. And he's like, "Brian, I cannot believe how low the new tire prices are over here." And you know what he said to me? "Why didn't you send me here years ago?" Could you believe this? I said, "I've been trying to tell you, Steve. I've been trying to tell you." And, the lowest price that we could find for tires for Steve's car around town, because I looked this up before he went, okay? Because I wanted him to have that number in his mind when he went over to Friendly Tire, because I didn't know what Friendly Mike was going to charge for the tires for Steve's van, but I knew it was going to be a whole heck of a lot less than what the other places were charging. So the lowest price we could find for new tires on Steve's van was $175 a tire. $175 a tire. And when Steve got to Friendly Tire and he called me, he said, "Brian, he's only charging me $75 a tire for new tires." I said, "I know, I've been telling you." And again, he doesn't charge to mount the tires. He doesn't charge to balance the tires. That phony disposal fee the other places charge, he doesn't charge that. These prices at Friendly Tire are out the door and on the road. Steve saved $100 per tire for his van. Isn't that amazing? He saved more money per tire than the tires cost per tire. It's absolutely amazing. Just $75 a tire, not $175, and that's out the door and on the road. So listen, give Friendly Mike a call, 954-977-9445. He's listed at stevecainshow.com, 954-977-9445, or visit friendlytire.net. That's their website. Or better yet, just stop in. The address is listed at stevecainshow.com. 5415 Northwest 15th Street in Margate. 15th Street is just a little north of Coconut Creek Parkway on the east side of 441 State Road 7, literally right down the street from Save-A-Lot Nutrition Center. Now, when you turn onto 15th Street, you're going to see a tire shop on your right. That is not Friendly Tire. They don't have these great prices on new tires or used tires, and they're not very friendly in there either. I stopped in there once a few years back, and the guy was rude to me. Yeah, but anyway, forgetting about that, I call them Unfriendly Tire. Right? I call them Unfriendly Tire. Just go down a few more feet till you see 5415. That's Friendly Mike's Friendly Tire, and you will be glad you did. By the way, Friendly Tire is open on Saturday. Friendly Tire is open on Saturday, okay? So stop in. You will be glad you did, I promise you. Yeah, so let me play this clip. This is Castro with Biden.
Be enrolled, they wouldn't have to buy in. That's a big difference because Barack Obama's vision was not to leave 10 million people uncovered. He wanted every single person in this country covered. My plan would do that. Your plan would not.
They do not have to buy in. They do not have to buy in.
You just said that. You just said that 2 minutes ago. You just said 2 minutes ago that they would have to buy in. You said they would have to buy in.
To buy in. If she qualifies,
are you forgetting what you said 2 minutes ago? Are you forgetting already what you said just 2 minutes ago?
Okay. Castro, with that, are you forgetting what you said 2 minutes ago? Castro went in with that one line in his mind. See, you know, Castro last night, I do believe there were 10 of them up there, and they started with who was in last place among this 10. And I believe it was Castro. And what all of the hangers-on, you know, Yin and Yang, Castro, Beto, you know, even Kamala at this point, what the hangers-on are doing are trying to have that soundbite. It's almost like, you know, at the Oscars and the Emmys and the Grammys, you know, that who are you wearing thing. And celebrities are trying, when they go down the red carpet, to wear the dress that everyone's talking about. Like not long ago, some man went wearing a gown, or remember many years ago, the one girl went dressed as a duck or a swan or something, or, you know, or they'll wear things that are completely transparent except their nipples and vagina are covered up and everyone's talking. You know what I mean? That's what it's like at these Democrat debates. All right? They're trying to get the one soundbite so that they go viral on Twitter, and the next day in the news cycle, everyone is talking about them. And Castro, I believe this, did you forget what you say 2 minutes ago? This was a prepared statement that he went in to drop. And there's already been fact-checking done by the liberal media on this, that Biden was consistent in what he said, that he didn't forget that Castro. And what Castro did was attack an elderly man. He accused him of being senile. And you heard from the audience. And the liberal media don't like it. They do not like that. He did a lot of damage to himself, Castro, last night. So the next debate, he may not be around in the next debate. If he is, he'll be just barely hanging in there. I mean, he really, truly did severe damage to himself with what he did to Vice President Biden last night. And I'll tell you this, I'm no fan of Biden. He's a creep, you know, with all the photographs and videos that we've seen. But Joe Biden was the vice president of the United States. And there's a certain level of respect that you give. You know, if I don't like Obama, but if I met Barack Obama, I would call him Mr. President. He was the president of the United States, with or without the birth certificate. He was the president of the United States of America. And Joe Biden was the vice president of the United States. And there's a certain level of respect that you give to people out of respect for the office and of the country. And another thing I'll tell you, you know, Julian Castro is kind of like that millennial generation, at least in attitude. I don't know how old he is, but he's got a millennial attitude. And millennials have this attitude that, you know, it's kind of like Lord of the Flies, that the children should be running. And that older people, there's a time when they have outlive their usefulness. You hear a lot of this from AOC. And let me tell you this, you know, when you're young, you don't realize it. You know, I didn't realize it when I was young, you know. But as you get older, you do understand with age comes wisdom. And the oldest among us are the ones that are the most wise because they have the most experience. And that complete disrespect for the former vice president of the United States of America with an attack that is equal to a racist attack, because that was an attack on a man's age with a prepared line to plug in at any opportunity he could plug it in, and it backfired on him, and it was wrong. And I don't like Castro. I'm not going to agree with anything he ever does, but the media reaction was spectacular. I was talking at the beginning of the hour. MSNBC said that Castro could lose a lot of support for that stunt if he had support to lose. He has no supporters. And Cory Booker backed him up a little bit, but I imagine Cory Booker may stop doing that because he gave an interview right after. Well, let me play. This is Cory Booker. This was right after the debate.
People in communities like mine listening to record players. I don't remember the last time I saw a record player in my.
They're back in,
They're back in. The vinyl is hot right now.
It is hot. I just want to let you know.
Maybe he's cooler than I am, but.
Okay, now this thing on the record player is trying to be hip. My daughter has a record player, buys records. I see records are hot. I saw an interview on TV a couple days ago with some old hippie that owns a record shop, and he was talking about how all these teenagers are coming in buying records. So he's the one that's not hip, Cory Booker. But anyway, that's not why I played this clip.
There are definitely moments where you listen to Joe Biden and you just wonder, but I don't know. Look.
Senator, are you saying he's just too old to be president?
No, I'm definitely not saying that because I've listened to Joe Biden over the years and often felt like there were times that he is going on or meandering in his speech. Look.
Okay, so now that was right after the debate. Cory Booker was grabbing on to what Castro started there. I imagine he'll walk that back a little bit because he didn't have a chance to watch the reaction afterwards. And I didn't see anyone who did anything but condemn Castro. And again, I'm watching MSNBC and CNN. I'm not talking about Fox. I did hear a little bit of Fox this morning, which I'll talk about when we get back. It's 7:02 in the morning. My name is Brian Craig. This is the Steve Cain Radio Show, Florida's longest running radio show, on the radio since 1977. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network. Plus tax tag title and includes $8.99 dealer fee on approved credit. Offers end 9/10/19.
Get super savings on over 1,500 Toyotas during our 2020 Supra sales event at Toyota of Hollywood. Toyota of Hollywood has one of the largest selections of 2020 Supra launch editions in the country. Plus, we're selling 2019 Toyotas at up to 50% less than their original MSRP when new and used. 50% less. A real 2019 Camry LE, not $26,000, $18,775. A real 2019 Corolla LE, not $22,000, $13,775. Get super savings during our 2020 Supra sales event at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer, based on total retail sales of new Toyotas in the Southeast region for 2014 to 2018 per SET, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Right now, the U.S. is in the midst of a deadly opioid epidemic. In South Florida alone, someone suffers an overdose every 2 hours, either from heroin, fentanyl, or some other prescription medication that's as close as the family medicine cabinet. In fact, mom and dad's medicine cabinet is frequently the gateway to the horrors of hardcore addiction down the road. Drug problems left unattended are only going to get worse. This is not something you can do on your own. You need expert professional help, and if your family is disintegrating in front of your eyes and you feel helpless, I'm here to tell you that help is available. Call my good friend Sal at the Edge Recovery, 561 area code 523-4325. This is his personal cell phone, 561-523-4325. If your loved one refuses treatment, the Edge Recovery will conduct an intervention and get them into the treatment plan that they need. The Edge Recovery offers every option, from intervention to 30-day rehab to sober living to counseling with a licensed therapist, as well as group therapy treatment. It's covered by most insurance, but no matter what your situation is, the Edge Recovery has options for you. Call Sal at the Edge Recovery. Do it today. 561 area code 523-4325. Again, that's Sal's personal cell phone. 561-523-4325.
The Steve Cain Show is sponsored by I Will Advisors, specializing in senior solutions. Seniors, Medicare open enrollment is approaching. Call Debbie at I Will Advisors and schedule your free, no-obligation appointment to discuss all your Medicare options. 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
Steve Cain Show.
Steve
Cain
Cain
Show.
and Brian Craig are heading out on another epic adventure on the high seas, and you are invited. We leave from Fort Lauderdale on November 8th for 6 nights on the Celebrity Silhouette and sail to the Cayman Islands. Join us for 6 days of fun, snorkeling, Mayan ruins, beaches, blackjack, and great friends. For information, call Ian 561-244-5779. 561-244-5779.
The Steve Cain Show is brought to you by attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Avoid probate.
Welcome everyone on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Coming back.
For single people, $450
Oh,
man. When you complete your trust with attorney Barry Siegel, he will give you a $100 gift certificate to Tavolino Italian Restaurant in Coral Springs. The Siegel Law Group with 9 offices.
No, I am
in
wearing
South
shorts.
Florida, including
My daughter bought me these shorts. See?
and Coral Springs.
Wearing shorts.
Call 1-855-FLA.
Someone questioned me as if I'm actually wearing shorts.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
The Steve Cain Show is live in Morning Drive, 6 till 9 a.m. weekdays, and overnights, midnight till 6 a.m., 7 nights a week. To call the show toll free, 1-888-GO-CAIN, 1.
Be enrolled, they wouldn't have to buy in. That's a big difference because Barack Obama's vision was not to leave 10 million people uncovered. He wanted every single person in this country covered. My plan would do that, your plan would not.
They do not have to buy in. They do not have to buy in.
You just said that. You just said that 2 minutes ago. You just said 2 minutes ago that they would have to buy in. You said they would have to buy in.
Have to buy in. If she qualifies
Are you forgetting what you said 2 minutes ago? What you said just 2 minutes ago?
Oh boy, yeah, Castro did some damage. Now CNN. Now again, I'm going to liberal analysis of last night. By the way, I'm Brian Craig. This is the Steve Cain Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show on the radio since 1977 here in Florida, and this is hour number 2 on this Friday, the 13th. Oh boy, yeah. CNN has an article on their website right now at CNN.com. Winners and losers of last night's Democratic debate. The number one loser, this is CNN.com, Julian Castro. That's right. The former San Antonio mayor had a clear plan going into this debate. Go after Biden and paint it. This is CNN, not me. I'm reading from CNN.com's Winner and Losers article. Julian Castro, the former San Antonio mayor, had a clear plan going into this debate. Go after Biden and paint himself as their true heir to the Obama legacy. Unfortunately for Mr. Castro, he went way too hard at Biden on the age issue with his "Are you forgetting?" line that he repeated 4 times. The attack wound up making Biden look sympathetic. And the former vice president's response, measured and in control, made Castro look small. I would agree with that. Their analysis, same as mine, made Biden a victim. Democrats love victims more than anything else. Except abortion. They love abortion, too. So Julian Castro, according to CNN, the number one loser. Number 2, Yin and Yang, Andrew Yang. This is CNN. CNN in their loser section, number 1 loser, Julian Castro. Number 2, Andrew Yang. Andrew Yang. Look, I wrote today about how Yang came from absolutely nowhere to be surprisingly relevant in this race. But he stunk tonight, CNN says. his promise to give a freedom dividend, $1,000 a month, to 10 families around the country at the start of the debate came across as gimmicky rather than a piece of provocative policy. His line about knowing a lot of doctors because he is Asian was painfully bad and furthered dumb stereotypes for no reason. Yeah. Does he know dry cleaners too? A lot of dry cleaners. So he was the number 2. Now, again, this is CNN.com, winners and losers from last night's Democratic debate. Number 1 loser, Julian Castro. Number 2 loser, Yin and Yang. The number 3 loser, Elizabeth Warren. CNN. Elizabeth Warren, the Massachusetts senator, wasn't bad. She just wasn't super involved in the debate, which is weird. Given that now again, I'm reading from CNN. These are not my words. This is liberal CNN analysis. Elizabeth Warren, the Massachusetts senator, wasn't bad. And I'll tell you this, I'm reading this cold on the ear. I've not read these before. I just pulled this up and just read it to you. I haven't read this article. Elizabeth Warren, the Massachusetts senator, wasn't bad. She just wasn't super involved in the debate, which is weird, given that she is widely seen as the strongest challenger to Biden at the moment. For a chunk of the first hour of the debate, Warren sort of disappeared. Some of that is a function of not getting questions from the moderators, but Warren also needs to find ways into conversations, especially given how centrally located she was on the stage. When she got questions, Warren was solid, particularly when talking about teachers and her own personal narrative, but she didn't get enough questions, so she's the 3rd loser. Elizabeth Warren, Yin and Yang, and Castro. And, she got some bad news yesterday, Elizabeth Warren, other than she was non-existent in the debate last night. In fact, I don't even have a soundbite from Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren, who's all into ancestry, and she's pushing this fake Indian narrative, she got some very devastating news yesterday. She does have a connection to one of the great Indian tribes. She has a connection to the Seminole Indian tribe of Florida. And I don't say Native American because the Seminoles have this incredible casino, and they call it the Seminole Indian Hard Rock Casino. Okay, so they call themselves Indians. Elizabeth Warren has a very close and strong connection to the great Seminole tribe of Florida. Listen to this. This just came out yesterday. Senator Elizabeth Warren's great-great-great-grandfather was Jonathan Crawford. Jonathan Crawford served in Major William Lauderdale's battalion of Tennessee Volunteer Militia from November 1837 to May 1838. Now, this is interesting. So, now you Floridians may get the names. Her great-great-grandfather served in a militia that was involved in the final battles and massacres of the Seminole Nation. And he served in Major William Lauderdale's battalion. Fort Lauderdale, Florida is named after William Lauderdale. Okay? So she has a connection to someone who was involved in a great Indian massacre, killing the Indians, who served, by the way, under General Jackson, Andrew Jackson. Oh, my goodness. The big Indian killer. Yeah. There were 2 major battles in Florida against the Seminoles at that time. Her great-great-grandfather's battalion, under Major William Lauderdale, of which Fort Lauderdale is named after, fought against the Seminoles at the Battle of the Loxahatchee River, which is present-day Jupiter, Florida. That's where the owner of the Patriots got arrested or charged, I guess, in that Happy Ending massage parlor. Yeah, so the battalion fought against the Seminoles at the Battle of the Loxahatchee River in present-day Jupiter, Florida, on January 24th, 1838. And then on March 22nd, 1838, they fought the Seminoles again at the Battle of Pine Island in present-day Fort Lauderdale. And we have a road named after that battle, Pine Island Road, here in South Florida. I didn't know there was a battle fought there. He's not only an Indian killer, he has a hardcore Hardcore background. Yeah. Last month, Rebecca Nagel, a Native American progressive activist who has been critical of Senator Warren's false claims of Native American ancestry and the professional benefits she obtained for making those claims, stated that her great-great-grandfather also served in the Tennessee militia that helped round up Cherokee in 1836. Oh, my goodness. So her great-great-granddaddy was involved in rounding up the Cherokee. I'm sorry, I had to turn my mic off to sneeze on the live stream. You can catch the sneezes on YouTube in high definition. So, so her great-great-granddaddy was involved in rounding up Cherokee in Tennessee. Then he came down to Florida and was involved in Indian massacres here in Florida. Oh boy, Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren, she's got a lot of explaining to do. I mean, and I know we're not responsible for what our great-granddaddies do. Although I wouldn't mind being responsible for what my great-great-grandfathers did. They were, they did some great stuff. But Elizabeth Warren, we can't hold her responsible for what her great-great-granddaddy did, but we can hold her responsible for going around passing herself off as an Indian when she wasn't. Look at this Rachel Unidal, that was, or Dozell, or whatever her name. Rachel Dozell was passing herself off as a black woman and was leading the NAACP chapter. Look what happened to her. And there was that guy did the same thing. Why is Elizabeth Warren number 2 spot on that stage last night? And for her to go out and claim, this would be like that Rachel Dozell that not only was faking being black, but if her great-great-granddaddy had been involved in the slave trade. That's what happened with Elizabeth Warren. She claimed to be an Indian. She's not. She lied, passing herself off as a minority for benefit. And we find out that her family's connection to the Indians are in massacres against the Indians. This would be career ending for a Republican. But, Democrats are a lot like James Bond, right? They got a license to get away with anything, almost, except Julian Castro last night because he went after Biden. But, yeah. All right, 17 minutes after the hour, celebrating this incredible debate last night, bringing President Trump closer to victory. Your calls are welcome. 1-888-GO-CAIN 1. 888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. My name is Brian Craig. This is the Steve Cain Radio Show. And we'll be right back after this.
Fine, we have Dr. Mitch Matez. Dr. Matez, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Brian. Listen, we're going to talk today, Brian, about libido, a word that you and I throw around a whole lot. The dictionary definition of
well, no problem. Well, thank you for the bless you.
Yes, in every dictionary. Young, healthy people tend to have very strong libidos. Older, sick people tend to have very little libido. People, men and women, by the way, people with healthy testosterone levels have strong libidos. People with low testosterone levels tend to have very poor libidos. Men with higher estrogen levels tend to have poor libidos and poor function. By the way, Brian, most doctors that prescribe testosterone to men do not check their estrogen levels. And if you are a man and you're on testosterone, they are not checking your estrogen levels, better come and see me fast. Here's the bottom line, folks. Libido is a sign of good health. Low libido, which is directly linked to low testosterone, is a sign of potentially poor health. Low testosterone has been shown in the medical literature to be associated with significant functional deficiencies in men and increases their likelihood of an early demise. Common sense tells me it's the same for women. Good news, folks. I can give you back your libido and your energy and your function and a whole host of other things that we all lose as we age. Just give us a call. 561-953-5490, 561-953-5490, or visit us at hormonetherapybocaratone.com.
All right, Dr. Matez, that's a lot of great information, and thanks for sharing, and we'll talk later in the week.
If you suffer with diabetes, there's a 25% chance that you'll develop a foot ulcer that can lead to severe health consequences, including amputation. At the sole authority, at little or no cost, you can receive your very own therapeutic shoes and custom inserts. Medicare recipients are entitled to 1 pair of quality diabetic shoes and 3 custom inserts. Call the Soul Authority today, 954-597-7060.
People put off the medical care they need for a lot of reasons. My deductible is too high. I don't have insurance. My schedule is too hectic. I just can't afford it. The time for excuses is over. Thanks to Any Lab Test Now of Plantation, where they guarantee the lowest prices on all of their thousands of lab tests. PSA, only $34. Full cholesterol lipid panel, $28. Complete thyroid panel, $49. Diabetic A1C test, only $27. No doctor's order or prescription needed. All testing is always anonymous and confidential. In and out in 15 minutes or less. Most results in 24 to 48 hours. Make sure to ask about their allergy testing, which includes micronutrient and environmental allergies, and vitamin deficiency test, drug testing, you name it. Any Lab Test Now or Plantation probably test for it. Any Lab Test Now or Plantation is located at 8367 West Sunrise Boulevard in the Jacaranda Plaza on the corner of University Drive and Sunrise Boulevard in Plantation. Give them a call, 954-916-1072, 954-916-1072. Online, labtestingplantation.com. Take control of your health with Any Lab Test Now of Plantation, 954-916-1072.
Listen to the Steve Cain Show on iHeartRadio.
All right, welcome back. I'm Brian Craig. You're listening to the Steve Cain Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. On the radio since 1977, we are talking about this great debate last night, a spectacular debate. Breitbart reporting, Kamala Harris, Klobuchar, and Castro stood on booster boxes to appear taller on debate stage. Really? Kamala Harris? I thought she was tall. Yeah, and they've got a picture here of Castro standing on a very high box. And he even on the box, he's shorter than Beto. Now, again about height, I'm only 5'7". I'm not tall. But you've never seen me stand on a box. I wouldn't stand on a box. You know, when a couple weeks back, right before the hurricane, I was up at the opening of that Star Wars land, right, for at Disney World, and I saw these YouTube celebrities that I watch on YouTube, these big YouTubers, and it's a husband and wife, and they're both about 6'5". The wife looks like an Amazon, and this guy, he looks like he plays for the NFL. And I went up to them to take a picture, and I made a joke, because they're like 6'5", I'm 5'7", and I said to the guy, I said, I'm going to look like a, I said, hey, I said, can I take a picture with you two? And they said, absolutely, absolutely. And I said, I'm going to look like a jockey in between the two of you guys. And they said to me, we can kneel down for you if you want, because we kneel down for people sometimes in pictures. I said, no kneeling. No, I'm not going to kneel. Don't kneel down to make me look like I'm your height. Are you kidding me? There's something called about being pathetically insecure about your height. Hey, listen, I make up for it in other places, right? My big personality makes up for my lack of height. But, you know, that's the way it is. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I stayed on a box. You wouldn't catch me on a box. You know, I wonder, though, Mayor Pete Buttigieg wasn't on a box, and Trump was just talking about his height yesterday, right? So I wonder, I got to look at some pictures of the debate. Should he have been on a box like Castro, or did he choose not to stand on the box because Trump's been making fun of him? I wonder. No, I really wonder. You know, now this morning, you know, this debate was a great debate. I mean, it was a great debate for Donald Trump. It really was. It was spectacular. I turned on Fox early this morning when I'm doing my show prep, and they played all these clips of them talking about Trump. All these Democrats talking about Trump. What are they? What are they talking about? Who cares what they said about Trump? We know they hate Trump. All these other things are new. And I was trying to figure out, you know, I was trying to figure out what this was about. And they said, well, this is what I came to the conclusion of. I mean, it was just clip after clip. Oh, they were going after the president last night, and da-da-da-da-da. And it was like a different debate than I was watching. And then I realized what was going on over at Fox News, it's all a matter of your perspective. What you are interested in is what you gravitate to in something. And Fox News hates Trump as much as the Democrats do, right? They've got a little bit of a war going on. He's been attacking them. They've been fighting back, So because Fox News hates Trump too, that's what they were gravitating to on their analysis early in the overnights of how they were going after Trump. It was like that wasn't even, those comments were not even relevant in the debate last night. But that Trump is hated by Fox News, so they're going to do everything they could do to undermine. That's why they didn't carry the rally speech the other night. And there's another clip they're playing, which I didn't even pull off the debate, that people are playing. Beto, you're damn right. I'm going to take your AR-15s and AK-47s. You know what I'd like to see someone do? Put on a table a bunch of rifles, right? That are maybe about 10 of them, 10 or 15. And tell Beto to go pick out the AR-15 and the AK-47. Let's see if he could even do it. He's so much against them. Wouldn't that be something? If you really wanted to trick him, you'd put a table of AR-15s out there and tell him to pick out the AR-15. And he'd have to think about it and then find out they're all AR-15s. But I didn't even pull that clip of Beto. You're damn right, I'm going to take your gun. And they have this whole discussion going on about Beto and what he said and what this means and da-da-da-da-da. Beto is not a real candidate. He's a clown, okay? And I didn't pull that clip off because he's irrelevant. And what Beto is doing is so obvious. I mean, he's a complete dweeb, no doubt about that. And I do know why the Democrats like him, though. A lot of these liberals like him in the media. Why do you think they like Beto? Why do you think the media love Beto so much? Because he's a media creation. Why do you think the media love Beto? I'll tell you in just a second, okay? But the reason I didn't pull that clip of Beto, damn right, I'll take your guns, is because it's never going to happen. He's not going to be the president. He's not going to be the vice president. He's not going to be the senator from Texas. He's a nothing. He's going to go back eventually to his wife and kids. I mean, and, he's not going to be, none of these things are going to happen because he's never going to be in charge of anything. So to sit around and talk about Beto, I'm going to take your damn, it's ridiculous because he's not a credible candidate. It's absurd. I didn't even pull the clip up. It's bizarre, what he's saying. I do have a clip, though. This was him when he was running for Senate, and he was in Texas. He was running for the Senate seat, and he was in studio being interviewed by a Texan radio talk show host who owns an AR-15, and this was Beto just about a year or so ago.
Here in the United States. I own an AR-15. A lot of our listeners own AR-15s. Why should they not have one?
To be clear, they should have them. If you purchase that AR-15, if you own it, keep it. Continue to use it responsibly.
Okay, so last year he's saying keep your AR-15s and use them responsibly. And now he's saying, you're damn right, I'm going to take them away. See, what Beto is doing is he's surviving to the next debate. Castro may not make the benchmarks to be in the next debate after this backfire of a stunt he pulled last night. Beto knows how to get these radical Twitter Dems, all right, behind him to keep his poll numbers where they need to be and his fundraising where it needs to be. And he's saying stupid, outrageous things just to make it to the next debate. All he is doing is going from debate to debate to debate. The last thing he wants to do is go home to his wife and kids because she's going to tell him he's got to get a job, and he doesn't want to get a job. He wants to stay on the campaign trail. Now, there is a reason why the mainstream media love Beto, and I'll tell you what it is. Beto, if it wasn't for the mainstream media's love of Beto, he'd be gone, right? But they love him. In fact, I've seen some of these female reporters, I mean, they're like turned on talking to him. Some of these, have you noticed? I mean, they're so giddy with him. They like Beto because if you look at his mouth, he's got the mouth and the teeth of a Kennedy, doesn't he? Doesn't Beto look like he could be a Kennedy? Hell, for all I know, maybe he is John F. Kennedy or Bobby Kennedy or Ted Kennedy's child or grandson. I don't know. As much of a whoremonger as Ted Kennedy and the rest are, he could be Ted Kennedy's son, and the media know it. I don't know. But he definitely has, Beto, the Kennedy mouth and the Kennedy teeth, and even the shape of his bizarre dweeby face is a little Kennedy. But I'm going to take a break. During the break, go online and look for pictures of Beto's mouth and teeth. Or find pictures where you can see his teeth. You can see him in every picture because he never stops talking. And you will see that he's got a Kennedy face, a Kennedy mouth, and a Kennedy set of teeth. And it brings back the Kennedy myth and fantasy and Camelot and all that crap. And it makes them excited. That's why the media love Beto. He looks like a Kennedy. Go look during the break, I'm telling you. Go look during the break. My name's Brian Craig. This is the Steve Cain Radio Show. Florida's longest running radio show. On the radio since 1977. We'll take a break and be right back. Don't go anywhere.
People put off the medical care they need for a lot of reasons. My deductible is too high. I don't have insurance. My schedule is too hectic. I just can't afford it. The time for excuses is over. Thanks to Any Lab Test Now of Plantation, where they guarantee the lowest prices on all of their thousands of lab tests. PSA, only $34. Full cholesterol lipid panel, $28. Complete thyroid panel, $49. Diabetic A1C test, only $27. No doctor's order or prescription needed. All testing is always anonymous and confidential. In and out in 15 minutes or less. Most results in 24 to 48 hours. Make sure to ask about their allergy testing, which includes micronutrient and environmental allergies, and vitamin deficiency test, drug testing, you name it. Any Lab Test Now with Plantation, probably test for it. Any Lab Test Now with Plantation.
A court gesture? You know, guys, don't think he looks like a Kennedy a little bit? Would it shock you if he was Ted Kennedy's kid? Wouldn't shock me.
Give them a call. 954-916-1072. 954-916-1072. Online, labtestingplantation.com. Take control of your health with Any Lab Test Now of Plantation. 954-916-1072.
This is Roger Simon, reverse mortgage specialist at South Florida's Choice Mortgage Bank. I've found that reverse mortgages can be a very valuable financial vehicle for seniors. I truly change their lives for the better. In fact, I have a reverse mortgage myself, and it's certainly improved my life. Everyone's situation, of course, is different, but I've found over and over that a reverse mortgage can solve many of a senior's financial problems. It's a valuable tool to allow you to age in place. And if you're a senior like me, that's a primary goal. By aging in place, I mean that you're financially able to stay in the home you love for the rest of your life. So if you own your home with or without a mortgage, and if you want to know how a reverse mortgage can change your life by giving you the financial freedom you need, find out how by giving me a call anytime at 561-441-2730. That's 561-441-2730. I look forward to hearing from you.
Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender, NMLS 166254. Steve Cain and Brian Craig are heading out on another epic adventure on the high seas, and you are invited. We leave from Fort Lauderdale on November 8th for 6 nights on the Celebrity Silhouette and sail to the Cayman Islands. Join us for 6 days of fun, snorkeling, Mayan ruins, beaches, blackjack, and great friends. For information, call Ian 561-244-5779.
Looks like RFK, yeah.
561-244-5779.
See, people agree.
The Steve Cain Show is brought to you by attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Avoid probate with a revocable living trust. $350 for single people, $450 for married couples. When you complete your trust with attorney Barry Siegel, he will give you a $100 gift certificate to Tavolino Italian Restaurant in Coral Springs. The Siegel Law Group, with 9 offices in South Florida, including Boca Raton, Plantation, and Coral Springs. Call 1-855-FLA-3782.
Here we go.
Steve Cain Show on
All right, welcome back. I'm Brian Craig. You're listening to the Steve Cain Radio Show. The consensus during the break in the chat rooms is that, because people went and looked during the break at Beto's face, mouth, and teeth, that he looks like Robert Kennedy, looks like Bobby Kennedy. You know, someone said, I thought you were taller than 5'7". No, I'm not taller than 5'7", and I don't stand on boxes. Okay? This thing with Beto, would you be surprised if... How old is Beto? Because I think Beto's younger than me. Beto O'Rourke, you know, here he is, a guy with an alias, right? He doesn't even use his real name. No, okay, he was born in 72, so he can't be Bobby's, he can't be President Kennedy's. You know, would you be surprised if Beto was Ted Kennedy's illegitimate child? I would not be surprised. And, you know, one of these conservative groups, they should go to a Beto event and take the glass of water after Beto speaks, go to the podium, take the glass of water he was drinking from, make sure he was drinking from it, take the glass of water he was drinking from on the podium, right? And let's try to do some genealogy with someone from the Kennedy family. Can't be too difficult to get some Kennedy DNA. Those Kennedy boys were spreading their DNA all over the place, right? So let's do a little bit of DNA testing. That would not be it would not shock me at all if he was Ted Kennedy's love child. Would it surprise you? It would not surprise me. And you know, this state rep in Texas did something stupid, but Beto's overreacting. Now, Beto last night said, you said, you know, you're damn right, I'm going to take your AR-15 and AK-47s. And this Republican state rep, it's all over the news, he tweeted, my AR is ready for you, Robert Francis. Now, that's a stupid thing to say, and it's a stupid thing for him to have tweeted. Beto tweeted out that this is a death threat, Representative. Clearly, you shouldn't own an AR-15, and neither should anyone else. And he is pursuing this as a death threat against him. You know, this is what I'm talking about with Beto. Beto is all about keeping himself relevant, and he will grab onto anything to keep himself relevant because he is vacuous. And this guy here, it was not a death threat. It was a stupid comment. He should not have made it. But Beto's overreacting, so people will talk about him today. I'm sorry. They're going to be talking about Castro and Biden, not you, Beto, although I've talked to you about you a little too much. Now, I just saw, as I know we have listeners over in the UK, did you see Tommy Robinson was released from prison? And they just let Tommy Robinson out of prison. You know, there's no freedom of speech in the UK. There's no freedom of speech in the UK, no freedom of speech in Canada, no freedom of speech in Australia or New Zealand. America is the only part of the English-speaking world where there's freedom of speech. And, you know, Tommy Robinson's kind of like a modern-day Winston Churchill. Tommy Robinson is trying to save the United Kingdom. They're losing their culture. And he got out of prison. They put him in jail again. He was in for 2 months. And he came out with a beard, with long hair, you know. And Tommy Robinson, this guy, I tell you, Tommy Robinson, never at a loss for words. This is in The Independent out of the UK. Far-right activist. Don't you like how even the media in Europe, right? They all, anytime somebody says something they don't like, they're automatically a far-right person. I don't not necessarily think that, but anyway, far-right activist Tommy Robinson has been released from prison 2 months after he was jailed for contempt of court. Tony Robinson's real name is Stephen Yaxley Lennon. He emerged from the maximum security facility with a beard and bushy hair, and he did look like hell. And Tommy Robinson, now Tommy Robinson is known as an Islamophobe in the media. And that's his big issue, is the Islamification of the UK, you know, and he's trying to stop it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And Tommy Robinson walks out of prison with a beard, with long hair, and he says a couple of things that are just, I mean, this is crazy. This guy's nuts, right? Tommy Robinson said, "I know I look a mess. First stop, hairdressers." Tommy Robinson then added, "I look like a little cowardly convert. Salam alaikum," using the Arabic for peace be unto you. And they label him in this article an Islamophobic agitator. He gets out making a jab like that. Tommy Robinson, wait till you're out of prison 5 minutes, because they're looking to lock you up again. I love Tommy Robinson. I tell you, he was planning a visit to the United States, but they wouldn't give him the visa to enter the United States. And I was really hoping that he came to America, because I would love to meet Tommy Robinson. Tommy Robinson and Nigel Farage are the two Brits that I'd love to meet. I'd rather meet them than one of the princes, that's for sure. Oh, by the way, this incredible MyPillow special, is continually going on right now through this weekend. The 2 MyPillows for the price of 1 and free shipping. It's an incredible deal. When you use the promo code Cain, Kane, at checkout, you get 2 MyPillows for the price of 1 and free shipping. Great deal, huh? 2 MyPillows for the price of 1 and free shipping, but you've got to use the promo code Cain, Kane, at checkout at mypillow.com. Now, we don't talk about this enough, because I get messages from people asking me about this sometimes. Yes, you can also order by phone. You don't just have to order at mypillow.com. Most people do order at mypillow.com, but there is a number to call, which I have listed at stevekainshow.com. Some people like to order over the phone and talk to a person. I understand that. You can get this same, I'm going to give you the number in just a moment. If you miss the number, it's listed at stevekainshow.com. Now, again, it's 2 MyPillows, 2 premium MyPillows, those big ones for the bed, and free shipping when you use the promo code Cain, Kane, at checkout. You can also order by phone, and when you order by phone, you can also use the promo code Cain, Kane, over the phone to get the great deal. Now, here's the number, 1-800-716-4879. 1-800-716-4879, and over the phone, you can use the promo code Cain as well, Kane. 1-800-716-4879. All right, we'll take our last break of the second hour. Steve joining us, and we'll continue to talk about this great debate. This was the best debate the Democrats have ever had, bringing Trump closer and closer to an overwhelming victory. I mean, this was great. I mean, he's just like handed it to us last night. So we'll talk about that and a whole bunch more. Your thoughts, your calls are welcome at 1-888-GO-CAIN-1. We'll be right back after this.
Title includes $8.99 dealer fee on approved credit offers and 9/10/19. Get super savings on over 1,500 Toyotas during our 2020 Supra sales event at Toyota of Hollywood. Toyota of Hollywood has one of the largest selections of 2020 Supra launch editions in the country. Plus, we're selling 2019 Toyotas at up to 50% less than their original MSRP when new and used. 50% less.
That's how we make a living, Enrique. I'm sorry.
$6,018,775.
How do you make a living?
19 Corolla Alley.
We're just filler between the commercials.
$775. Get super savings during our 2020 Supra sales event.
Oh, the other shows online don't have commercials because they're not real radio shows.
Volume Toyota dealer based on total retail sales of new Toyotas in the Southeast region for 2014 to 2018 per SET.
Yes, it's a commercial broadcast.
Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open.
Isn't that hilarious?
Stop paying an outrageous fortune for your tires. Go easy on your budget and buy your tires at Friendly Tire of Margate, where they have all the major name brand tires like Goodyear and Firestone at discount prices that absolutely can't be beaten. Steve Kane's tires for his Sienna van at the other tire shops, $175 a tire. At Friendly Tire, just $75 a tire. Tires for my daughter Emily's car, $135 at the tire shops around town. Friendly Tire, only $65 $5. That's more than a 50% savings. Those prices are out the door and on the road. Free mounting and balancing and no added charges. Friendly Tire have a great selection of used tires too at $30 for most sizes. Call my good buddy Mike at Friendly Tire. Tell him what you drive and he will give you a great low price right over the phone. 954-977-9445. 954-977-9445. Online, friendlytire.net.
Listen to the Steve Cain Show.
All right. Yes. And Friendly Tire open on Saturdays. So just stop in tomorrow, Saturday. They are open on Saturday. I'll get back to some of these clips I played in the first hour. Steve's joining us. Got a couple other things too to play. I want to play two unrelated things to the debate. Is that okay? Was that breaking format? I want to play two quick things here, and then we'll get back to the debate. Marianne Williamson, who I vaguely knew the name because she used to be on Oprah all the time when her books were popular. And her campaign is about one thing and one thing only, selling books again. I mean, to people, Oprah's off the air and she doesn't sell books. And she was being interviewed by Eric Bolling on that online thing that he's hooked up with Mark Levin. And this was an off-camera moment that was caught on camera and caught on tape. And Mary Williamson didn't realize, it wasn't during a time when they were doing a show. It was like during a break. And she said some things about the Democrats. And here it is. Listen.
What does it say that Fox News is nicer to me than the lefties are? What does it say that the conservatives are nicer?
See, and by the way, they got some, Bolling, they've got some stagehand person back there. Bolling's not doing the talking. This was a break from Bolling's show. You've got a very sharp stagehand who just realized that she's starting to attack the Democrats. And he had her repeat it just because he wasn't sure because it was a break, he wasn't sure the mic had picked it up, so he wanted to make sure it got caught on mic. But listen.
Does it say that Fox News is nicer to me than the lefties are? What does it say that the conservatives are nicer to me?
It's a bizarre world, man.
It's such a bizarre world. I'm such a lefty. I mean, I'm a serious lefty. But I understand why people on the right call them godless. I mean, it's like, I didn't think the left was as mean as the right. They are.
I'm just right.
And look how he's agreeing with her. He's the executive producer probably today of the Bolling show. That was pretty smart. And the reason that is because the Democrat Party is not really a liberal party. All they care about is maintaining power and being in control, and they are whatever they need to be at that moment in time. If you look right now, you've got these radicals that are trying to impeach Trump, and then you've got the more reasonable ones who's like, no, that's bad news, So, and even Al Gore, he ran for president in 1988. It's been forgotten. And he ran, and this is Al Gore, right? In 1988, Al Gore ran as a conservative Democrat in 1988. Can you imagine? I mean, it's hard to imagine that now, right? He would probably deny it if you brought it up to him today. But he ran as a conservative. Democrats are whatever they need to be to get a percentage point bump today. That's why you can't trust them. I used to work with this guy who was the biggest brown noser I've ever known in my life. It was before I was in radio, okay? Where everybody's a brown noser in radio pretty much. And what this guy liked to do was report people to, this is when I was in high school. And I worked at Publix when I was in high school. And what this guy did is he liked to report people to the boss all the time, to do what? To get himself moved up through the ranks and everything else. And we used to always call him a brown noser and a kisser and all this stuff. And I ran into him a couple years ago shopping at Publix. He's a store manager at a Publix now. And I guess it did him pretty well. Yeah, he kissed his way to the top, and I couldn't believe what I saw him do. It's a true story, and it's one of the local Publixes here locally. And if you're a Publix employee in the South Florida area, just by calling brown noser, you probably know who I'm talking about. He was doing the same thing. He's my age. He's a Publix manager. And he was reporting not his own employees because he's responsible for them, there's people that work in these stores that work for outside companies like Coca-Cola. He was, the vendors. I saw him talking to a vendor, and he was telling off the vendor, and he says, "I'm going to call the district manager and tell him about this." I couldn't believe. So here he is, 30 some odd years later, still turning people into his boss, and there are people who do such things. I was surprised he's still doing it today, and he's been successful at it, I guess, but he has no friends in that. But that's what the Democrats are. Whatever they have to do today at this particular moment in time to promote themselves just for this moment to look good, they'll do it. One more quick clip that's unrelated to the debate. This was MSNBC yesterday. MSNBC, Stephanie Rule on MSNBC, who to me looks like a chain smoker. I don't know that she's a smoker, but if you see Stephanie Rule, R-U-L-E, on MSNBC, she's got the skin of a woman that smokes an ashtray filled with cigarettes every day, because you know what it does to the skin, cigarette smoking. It's god awful. I don't know that she's a smoker, but she looks like one. And she's interviewing a guy on her MSNBC show yesterday from Time magazine. And they're talking, of course, about the climate change crisis. And she points out that there are no skeptics around in their circles. Listen to this.
But Edward, you've got every continent represented.
Steve Cain Show.
But you don't have any skeptics.
Hey,
here.
Janet.
And there are still a lot of skeptics. Possibly our president is one.
We can and should debate what is the best route to mitigate climate change and global warming. The science, the fact that it's happening, is settled. There is no other side.
Okay, there's no other side. It's settled science. Yeah, just like. Yeah, the reason that they call it settled science is because it does not hold up to debate against other climatologists that say it's not true, like the founder of the Weather Channel, okay, and who says it's not true. Anything that cannot hold up to debate, you've got to, wonder about it. And, and I play this clip for a couple of reasons, but one of the reasons is those of you that listen to this program that are on the left, anything you hear me say or Steve say or one of our conservative callers say or even one of our conservatives in one of the chat rooms on YouTube Live or Facebook or something, you're welcome to call in and challenge us on any conservative point, even something that our president says. Anything that we say on this program, we will debate it with any lefty, I promise you. And you'll get plenty of airtime because I believe we're right and our arguments will hold up in debate. The reason that the liberals don't debate any longer, there used to be a time when they did, but they've given up. They won't debate even on the climate issue because they know they can't win because it's an observable fraud. And we go through all these examples all the time of why it's a fraud and all of these things. And there was actually, last week I was talking about this, there was a huge story last week. NOAA, they give us all kinds of weather information around hurricanes. There was a story that was promoted in a very misleading way, but it was, if you read the story, it was on climate change. NOAA reports there's been no warming since 2005. And because it's NOAA, they got a lot of publicity with that story. No warming since 2005. And the way the story was presented was, NOAA, that implies that there was warming before and it stopped in 2005. No, in 2005, NOAA put scientific temperature measurement devices, not just a thermometer. They have some device. I don't even know what they call their devices, okay? But they put temperature monitoring stations throughout the lower 48 United States. The mainland United States. They put them there in 2005, and they monitored it and collected data for 14 years so that they would have a good chunk of data. And during their entire period of gathering scientific data with the most modern technology to monitor temperatures, they say there has been zero warming. And that's a little bit why when there was that Sharpie Gate last week that you saw the left go after NOAA. After that, remember that they really went after NOAA over the direction of Dorian because they want to label them a Trump right-wing propaganda organization, NOAA, because they just came out with this huge study showing that there's been no warming in the continental United States, period. Not since '05. That's when they started gathering data. So, that's amazing. And that's why they're trying to label them some Trump hack group. Now, Steve's just joining us. On the line, we have Janet Cimarelli from Save-A-Lot Nutrition Center, who's probably already getting ready for the Save-A-Lot Nutrition radio show on this radio station at 10 a.m. today. Hey, Janet, good morning.
I believe that I am right. I am looking for airtime on the Steve Cain Show. I know that nutrition makes a difference in people's health. There's no question about it. And I will be available at the Save-A-Lot Nutrition Center from 12 to 5 today. So when people listen to the Save-A-Lot Nutrition Hour, they're going to hear some incredibly exciting announcements, things that are coming up at the Save-A-Lot Nutrition Center. So people who are having any kind of issues that are unusual on their blood test results, bring those blood test results into me. People are having any kind of symptom that is changing and they can't figure out why, come on in and talk to me. Bring your supplements, bring a list of all of the medications. We'll review it all and zero in on the right track for you. Brian?
Yeah, absolutely. And, Save-A-Lot, they broadcast the radio show from the Save-A-Lot radio studio inside the store and in the Penn Dutch Plaza just south of Sample Road on the west side of 441 State Road 7. Their number is 754-307-1655. All right, Janet, we'll talk next week.
Janet, see you soon.
We will.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, boy, so what'd you think of it? The debate was great, Steve.
Well,
great
I
debate.
out in the middle of it, so I
but you've been
that high point of Castro
destroying his career. He's done.
What a reaction! But something. It's not so much this morning as I watch Fox, or as I did, as I get ready to come into work. They didn't spin it that way
because they hate Trump. And I don't. What did they spin it? What was the Fox take?
Well, I mean, first of all, they didn't think he looked as horrible as I thought he looked. I mean, first, the audience reaction in and of itself.
CNN said he was the number one. CNN said he was the number one loser in the debate. Was Castro?
He kind of was cruel, you might say, to Joe Biden, and I think Biden had a lot of supporters there. I think that was part of the audience.
Yeah, but the reaction from the liberal media, CNN said Julian Castro was the number one loser in last night's debate because of that. MSNBC said he could. The quote on MSNBC was pretty clever. I'm surprised they got some talent over there. Somebody said over on MSNBC after the debate that Castro could lose a lot of supporters for that if he had supporters to lose because he has no supporters. But yeah, it is a good line, isn't it? Yeah, it must have been somebody that used to work at Fox or something. But he's done. I mean, he did so much. And what he did, even CNN said this, made Biden sympathetic. So he's made Biden a victim. Liberals love victims. So boom, he just firmed up the nomination for Biden.
I think Biden helped himself last night. He looked, relative to his other performances, he looked fairly together. But I mean, you're comparing it to some pretty awful appearances he's had up to this point. But I think if you were looking to, Biden didn't go down last night, and they were fearing he might.
And now again, this was a CNN analysis. I read through this article a little while ago. CNN said that Elizabeth Warren was also a big loser last night, that she was basically a mute during the whole debate. She just basically stood there, and she was in the center stage with Biden, and she rarely talked. And
well, that's an interesting. What do you make of that?
Well, I think that Elizabeth Warren probably goes to bed very early, and 8 to 11, like with you and I with our schedules, is past her bedtime, and she was a little tired.
I don't think that's what it is. I think it indicates that she's, at least in her own mind, she sees herself as ahead.
Oh.
Point. No, I mean that.
Yeah.
I mean, the conventional wisdom is that it's down to Biden, Warren, and
Bernie.
Bernie. Right?
Yeah.
Bernie, I don't know. Bernie is really, he used to be kind of like a fun curmudgeon. Now he reminds me of King Lear ranting in the store.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he looks like a crazy person. His eyes are like all over the place, and
He said in an interview after the debate he's going to raise middle class taxes. Listen to this. They couldn't believe it.
Vice President Biden pressed you and Senator Warren on how you would pay for Medicare for all.
Right. And the answer,
would the taxes go up on the middle class? What's the answer? Yes or no?
The answer is that the average American will be paying substantially less for health care than he or she is. See, that's like
but listen.
Are you going to raise taxes?
It's not a Republican envoy. It's a fair question because the middle class would like to know.
But here's the other point. We're going to do away with all premiums. If you pay $1,000 a month, what do you call that? Is that a tax for the insurance companies? What would you call it? All right, I would call it a tax. That's gone. How much you paying out of pocket? That's gone. How much you paying for co-payments? Gone. How much you paying for prescription drugs? Under Medicare for All, you won't pay more than $200 a year for all the prescription drugs you need. At the end of the day, of course, we're going to pay for it like every other major country out of the general tax base. Of course we will. Like we pay for military spending. It will be funded progressively. Upper-income people will pay the bulk. I'm not going to tell you that average people will not pay more, but they will not be paying.
Okay, so average people are going to get their taxes raised by. They don't want to hear that. And he's slobbering everywhere.
It's frustrating for him because, I mean, look, we speak in public, so we understand what it's like. When you're on the radio that day and your voice didn't come with you in the morning, it's frustrating for him. He can't talk. His voice is shut right now. And with not a lot of recovery time to get it back, but he looks
ragged.
Well, he looks
tired.
Crazy.
He does look. He's like a mad. He looks like a mad scientist.
Yes, he's got that look in his eye.
And his hair's always messed up.
Yes.
Yeah. Jerk. That was a great debate. They helped Trump so much last night.
Well, it basically illustrated very, very vividly, probably certainly more than in any other debate. It illustrated the weakness of the Democratic opposition, and they are weak. I mean, there's nobody. They asked one or two of these guys at different points, do you see any of these people competing with Trump? And nobody. I mean, they all laughed. I mean, it's ridiculous. Let's take a break. You're listening to the Steve Cain Show with Brian Craig, TGIF edition. We'll be back.
Talk 1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network.
Stop paying an outrageous fortune for your tires. Go easy on your budget and buy your tires at Friendly Tire of Margate, where they have all the major name brand tires like Goodyear and Firestone at discount prices that absolutely can't be beaten. Steve Cain's tires for his Sienna van at the other tire shops, $175 a tire. At Friendly Tire, just $75 a tire. Tires for my daughter Emily's car, $135 at the tire shops around town. Friendly Tire, only $65. That's more than a 50% savings. Those prices are
Thanks,
out
Charles.
the door
Appreciate
and
it.
on the road. Free mounting and balancing and no added charges. Friendly Tire have a great selection of used tires too at $30 for most sizes. Call my good buddy.
What does
Mike
yours
at Friendly
show
Tire.
now? I
Tell
don't
me
understand the
what you
question,
drive, and he
Curtis.
will give you a great
Someone in the chat room.
price
I don't
right
understand
on
the
your
question,
phone.
Curtis.
954-977-9445. 954-977-9445.
There were a lot of calls earlier, but they trailed off a little bit.
FriendlyTire.net.
If you're planning on making changes to your Medicare plan or prescription drug plan, now is the time to do it. I want you to meet my insurance agent, Debbie from I Will Advisors. Debbie, you know me, I don't know anything about this insurance thing. That's why I'm glad to have you as an agent. Why is it important people call you that?
Well,
No, too many in this break.
October 15th through December 7th, and it's the one time a year where Medicare allows you to make changes to your Medicare Advantage plans or your prescription drugs. We can start discussing.
That's what you said
new options
And we didn't get it.
anytime after
We didn't get it. Meanwhile, Bermuda's disappeared.
We're not the Bahamas.
Okay, you'll take good. You know, when I tell people to come in and they're Steve Cain listeners, I know you're coming back that extra special treatment, right?
Absolutely go out of our way to educate everybody on all their options. We go to your home. We'll meet you at a coffee shop if you're more comfortable, or of course you're welcome to come to our office.
That is terrific. Debbie, give them the number where they can get a hold of you. And folks, folks, now is the time to do it. Don't leave things till the last minute. Everything goes wrong when you leave things till the last minute. How can they make that appointment, Deb?
Absolutely. Give us a call.
Steve Cain Show.
954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
You're in good hands with Debbie, and give her a call. When you do, be sure to tell her Steve Cain sent you.
Steve Cain and Brian Craig are heading out on another epic adventure on the high seas, and you are invited. We leave from Fort Lauderdale on November 8th for 6 nights on the Celebrity Silhouette and sail to the Cayman Islands. Join us for 6 days of fun, snorkeling, Mayan ruins, beaches,
Katrina,
and great friends. For information, call Ian 561-244-5779. 561-244-5779.
The Steve Cain Show is brought to you by attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Avoid probate with a revocable living trust. $350 for single people, $450 for married couples. When you complete your trust with attorney Barry Siegel, he will give you a $100 gift certificate to Tavolino Italian Restaurant in Coral Springs. The Siegel Law Group, with 9 offices in South Florida, including Boca Raton, Plantation, and Coral Springs.
Nothing to write home about, but we'll take it.
855-FLA-3782. The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of the station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
The Steve Cain Show is live in Morning Drive, 6 till 9 a.m. weekdays, and overnights, midnight till 6 a.m., 7 nights a week. To call the show toll-free, 1-888-GO-CAIN.
And we are back on our TGIF edition of the Steve Cain Show. If you would like to join us, let's take a couple calls.
All right, this is Conservative Doug. You're on the radio.
Doug, you're on the air.
Yeah, good morning, gentlemen. You know, it amazes me how these people seem to be somewhat smart, but they act and they say things that are so stupid. I don't know how come they can't find somebody that's a decent candidate or come up with some good policies. It's just ridiculous.
I'll tell you why. Because Donald Trump is the perfect candidate, and there's nothing credible to counter him. So they have to come up with bizarro things.
Well, that's not. I mean, I don't see it that way. I mean, the bottom line is, it's not new that on all these issues that the people who tend to be the ideologues during the primaries kind of move to the front, and then when they finally have a candidate, and then the moderate ones, you know, the candidate moderates everything that's going on in the wild primaries. I mean, that's standard. I mean, that's not a new idea. And what happens is, you know, they've got the crazies in the Democratic Party are running the ship. This thing that's really fascinating is the impeachment thing. I mean, this is death for the Democrats. And Nancy Pelosi, with all her political skill, just can't get them off the death march that they're on. And
they're trying anything to try to get against Trump.
They're panicked.
Keep their base.
Yeah, they're panicked.
They're really terrible.
No, that debate, Doug, that debate last night was the best debate we've had in a long time. I mean, they did so much to destroy. We want them to go after each other and damage each other.
It was good from our point of view.
Yeah, it was perfect for us, and we couldn't have asked for a better debate. Who up there is not damaged?
Trump will maybe have one debate when they finally get one candidate.
What, a Republican? No, he'll debate. He'll do debates with the Democrat. He'll debate but not the Republicans. No, there's no debating the Republicans. Mark Sanford.
One Democrat who was there, and Trump. This way, Trump doesn't have to suffer through this.
By the way, you know, Mark Sanford. You know, with the did he marry his Argentinian mistress? I think he married her. Yeah. He should. If he walked around with her, I've seen her. She's very good looking. If he walked around with her, he'd find himself doing a little bit better at the polls. People at least want to see her.
The liberal guy I know, you know, you're showing that every one of those guys are going to beat Trump, and only because they sample only Democrats. And
yeah.
Doug,
Now,
thank you for your call.
oh boy, he's right.
Material.
Well, Doug's always out of material. But he's a nice guy, so
He's
I
a
put him
very
on.
nice guy and a very loyal listener. And
Yeah.
is he coming on our trip?
I'm not sure. I know he was over at Friendly Tire. You know, he sent 5 of his friends over to Friendly Tire, by the way, after he got such a good deal over there. So I always give Doug some extra time because he helps us and supports the show so much. That's a great way to support the show. Sending 5 of your friends to buy 5 sets of new tires at Friendly Tire. Appreciate that. That what Castro did last night. If Castro would not have,
It was very
pre-planned, and if Castro did not drop his pre-planned line that bombed on Biden, Biden would have been in trouble because it doesn't work when I play the audio because it was a visual. But when Biden's false teeth slipped out of his mouth,
I missed that. That must have been in the second half.
yeah, when his teeth slipped while he was talking. He was trying to keep them in. He stuttered a little bit, but you can see the teeth falling out of his mouth. And if it wasn't for Castro's bomb last night with that pre-planned stupid line, Biden, everybody would be laughing at Biden today over the false teeth. There was no reaction, but there'd be reaction today because the video would be going viral if Castro hadn't have done that. Oh yeah, it's all yeah. How do you think I didn't see it live? I saw it on Twitter this morning. Oh yeah.
I'm saying they wouldn't show it live on Fox.
Yeah, they would because he was stuttering at the time, and there's a question: what was he stuttering? No, it was his teeth slipped, and he was trying to talk with his. Well, you know what? Come to think of it, what Joe Biden needs, because let me see if I do have the clip, but it doesn't play as well. I do think I have it. Let's see here. Beto's going to take the guns. Jorge, it's our country. I know I got it somewhere. Oh, yeah, here it is. This is it.
If you couldn't get it done after Sandy Hook, why should voters give you another chance?
Because it got it done before. I'm the only one up here who's ever beat the NRA.
Okay, now when you hear him stutter a little bit, his teeth come out of his mouth. He pushes them back up with his tongue. That was the moderator talking to Biden. And you hear Biden slur. He's slurring because the teeth fell. Listen.
If you couldn't get it done after Sandy Hook, why should voters give you another chance?
Because it got it done before. I'm the only one up here.
See, I got them before. He's using his tongue to keep his teeth in because he's afraid they're going to fall out on the stage. It was... Well, if he went over to Brighton Dental and got the dental implant for the denture wearers, he wouldn't have that. Between Dr. Matez and Brighton Dental with the dental implant for those that wear dentures, we could save the Biden campaign. We give him the hormone pellets. Yeah, we give Biden the hormone pellets with Dr. Matez. He'll have all his cognition back. Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. I was talking about this earlier. The thing with Biden, okay, because I don't like Biden, and most Trump people don't. What Julian Castro did.
You couldn't ask for a more perfect opponent.
No, but what Castro did was so nasty and disrespectful. And Biden is a creep and all that, but he was vice president of the United States. So you've got to show a certain level of respect to a guy. Yeah, you gotta show him some respect. He was vice president of the United States for 8 years, and to talk to him like that. No, not really. He didn't finish his first term as vice president.
He was vice president.
But briefly, till he got caught taking bribes. But no, that's not the same thing. No, he served 2 terms as vice president, and and to talk to an elderly person who was vice president that way, Castro's done.
You think when the votes are all counted, you think that basically that
Biden's
Trump is going to go easy on Biden?
No, I'm talking about Castro. Castro is a young Democrat, big mouth, who was disrespectful to one of the elder senior Democrats. It was within his own party. It's a different thing. And I'm telling you, the Democrats and the reaction after that debate last night was very negative. I didn't hear anyone. Cory Booker backed him up, but other than Cory Booker, every commentator went out. And then we got that great news yesterday that McCabe is being charged with crimes over this FISA abuse.
The axe is starting to fall.
Yeah.
When did we find out about that?
We found out yesterday. They're charging him.
They're getting ready.
Well, no, they were.
He wasn't charged.
No, but he is going to be charged, and by Dunham, that Barr put in charge of this, the U.S. attorney, McCabe's people were informed yesterday that no deal, you are going to be charged. He is going to be charged with lying to investigators and in the FISA abuse.
What is the standard that you will settle for? In other words, does he need, for me, I'll just give you an example of me. For me, in order to restore my faith in the judicial system and the overall government of our country, at least one people.
One person, yeah, one people.
We are one people. One person has got to go to jail.
Oh, he's going to jail, and I was this is what made me so excited about it, because I thought they were going to go after Strzok or Bruce Orr, who are guilty guys, but they're low level. Andrew McCabe he's not Comey.
Not high enough level.
He's pretty close. He's pretty close. He was director of the FBI. Listen, Steve. McCabe was the director of the FBI right after Comey left. No, but that's pretty high up, and he was involved in everything. He's not going to rat out Comey, but he'll rat out Brennan and he'll rat out Clapper.
Well, Brennan and Clapper, the two. And one of those goes to jail. I'll consider it.
Well, you don't want to be happy. That was McCabe.
I know a scapegoat from.
That's not a scapegoat. A scapegoat is Peter Strzok. Andrew McCabe is pretty high up. Andrew McCabe is pretty high up, and he was not expecting this. I think he is in shock that he's going to be charged. Steve Cain Show.
These guys talk themselves into the fact that they didn't do it.
Yeah.
They live in an alternate universe.
That's right. That's right. Oh, on the line, Steve, we have attorney Barry Siegel, your elder law attorney.
Wow. Good morning, Mr. Siegel. How are you, counselor, today on this fine Friday?
I'm well, Mr. Cain. How are you?
Very, very well. Very, very well. What's going on at the Siegel Law Group?
Well, sometimes we have unfortunate situations where people didn't plan ahead. And when somebody comes in and they want to protect their assets because a spouse needs to go get care, either home care, assisted living, or nursing home. In this case, it was nursing home, which is very expensive. I think they were looking at a nursing home of about close to $10,000 a month. And because the wife did not have her mental capacity and her income was over the Medicaid limit of $2313, and she did not have a power of attorney that was set up properly with the Medicaid language in it, there was really nothing that could be done because her income was over the limit. So the lesson there for all of us is to be prepared, to make sure that we have everything in place ahead of time so that when that time comes where we may need to get qualified for any government benefits to offset the cost of our care, that we're ready and you don't have to go to the lawyer and be told there's nothing we can do. So it's just very important to plan ahead.
And of course, to consult with our good friend, Counselor Barry Siegel, there is no charge if you are a Steve Cain listener. That's more good news. So just pick up your phone, dial toll-free 1-855-FLA-3782. One more time, toll-free 1-855-FLA-3782. Barry, have a great weekend, and we'll speak next week, all right?
All right, looking forward to it. Have a great weekend.
You take care, my friend, and we are going to finish the break and be back. This is Steve Cain with an exciting announcement from Tavolino's. Tavolino's is now open for lunch every Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 2:45.
We're going to have a new segment on Morning
including
Joe,
dishes like
and
Nana's
it's going to be
breakfast
called
sandwich,
Adventures in
candy,
Syntax. We're going to put
bacon,
that up.
avocado, and
We're going to have
eggs,
Donald
cheddar
Trump
cheese,
yesterday, I think it was yesterday, in the White House, talking about Melania's son and mumbling the word together. Still might.
Organic egg toasted with English muffin, peppercorn sauce, hollandaise, and roasted potatoes will make your mouth water. Or try Delanote's chicken and waffles, crispy buttermilk chicken aged with cheddar cheese, Brussels sprouts, and candied bacon. It is a taste delight you will enjoy every weekend at Tavolino's. To make reservations, call Tavolino's for either the Saturday or Sunday brunch, 954-509-0046. You're going to love this restaurant, and tell them Steve Cain sent you.
We review the
transcript, but before I tell you what we found in the transcript, do you regret that?
No, we were having a debate about healthcare policy, and, last time we were
my
on
computer.
stage in Detroit, Senator Harris...
Free, no obligation appointment to discuss all your Medicare options. 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
Listen to The Steve Cain Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for WWNN.
All right, we are back. Any other good sound bites?
I can go through some of them if you want. I played some of them earlier. Let me see here. Let me find. You didn't watch it? Well, you know, what happened with me is I did watch it this morning when I got up, but I started to watch it. Yeah, why do you got the sound bites? Somebody has to do, you know. But I started watching it last night, and I watched the very beginning, and it just pissed me off. I said, screw it. I'm not watching this crap. You know, I'm not going to go. I'll watch it in the morning. I'm not going to sit here and listen to their crap. And it was that, yeah, I called you. I said, you watch it. I can watch this. And I'm pretty high tolerance, but what I didn't appreciate was Jorge Ramos, but come to think of it, it was a great thing he did. Let me play it. I got this still on. Yeah, when they started the debate, George Stephanopoulos threw it to Jorge Ramos, and he did this.
And Jorge Ramos from our partner network, Univision. Jorge?
George, thank you very much. We appreciate the opportunity to welcome Latinos across the country and to ask about Latinx issues during these challenging times. En este país también se habla español. Este debate se realiza en un momento muy difícil para los latinos en Texas y en todo Estados Unidos, pero es importante que ellos sepan, que sepamos que este también es nuestro país. Let me just give you a little information here. I'm telling Latinos that despite the fact that we are facing difficult times, this is our country too. We are.
Yeah, and they're applauding in Spanish. I think back there. You know, when
Does your hand speak Spanish?
yeah, that's a joke, Steve. Yeah, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's like one of my
So was mine.
oh well, mine was funny, but the you know, this when Jorge Ramos said this is our country too, he was talking to the illegals in the country and all the people in other countries that are planning on coming here illegally. This is your country too, and
He was talking to the world, basically.
yeah, exactly. Not us gringos, you know. And what Jorge, this is what they've done on the left. In the United States, we're called Americans, and they've decided that anyone who is in the Americas is an American. If you are in Chile, you are an American. If you are in the Bahamas, you're an American. If you're in Guatemala, you're an American. You might be a Central American, a South American. The Caribbean is part of the Americas too, right? So if you're a Canadian, you're an American. So they've decided that everyone's an American. Therefore, the United States of America, where we call ourselves America, is your country too. That's what they tell them now.
That's what everybody is.
They've changed. Yeah, they've changed the definition of what an American. Well, you're a Central American, but that makes you an American. You know, and that's that. They have redefined what an American is, and But when Jorge Ramos said that, I said I'm not going to go to bed listening to this crap, and I turned on Netflix and watched some show in Korean with subtitles. But no, I do. I watch Korean TV on Netflix. Korean drama. They call them K-dramas. They're really good.
Man with too much time on his hands.
No, it's just was bedtime. I was watching something before bed. What am I?
Korean drama.
K-dramas. They're very popular. They're very good too. They're very good.
They're in Korean.
Well, there's subtitles. You read the subtitles. I just they got very good shows, the Koreans. But when I heard Jorge Ramos say, I said, there's no way I'm going to sit here and watch this tonight and go to bed listening to this crap and go to bed pissed off. I mean, that's really disgusting what he said. And basically what he was saying is, we've taken over your country, gringos.
But basically, you missed all the action.
No, I watched the debate this morning, Steve. How do you think I got the sound bites?
It's not the same on tape.
No, I watched it this morning. Well, you didn't get it either way. You didn't watch it. I watched it. I got up this morning early to watch. I got up at 3 so I could watch it this morning. Well, I didn't pull up anything of them talking about Trump, and this is what blew my mind when I was watching Fox this morning. On my, as I was getting ready, they're playing all these clips of them attacking Trump, and that to me was meaningless. I mean, and some of this. The reason Fox has all these sound bites from the debate of them attacking Trump is because Fox hates Trump too, because he's at war with them.
saying...
Trump said that Trump and them have been fighting.
They've got a little temporary feud going on, but there are too many mainstream players over there at Fox that support Trump. You know, the Gene Perot's, and who's the guy, the new guy from Australia, the old guy, you know.
The guy that fills in for Rush all the time, Mark Stein?
No.
Oh, no, not from Australia. You're talking about Steve Hilton.
Steve Hilton.
He's from the UK.
There are too many strong supporting players like him, and also Bon Jovi or whatever.
Bon Jovi, yeah, Bon Jovi. Bongino.
Bongino. I mean, there's so many strong pro-Trump people featured every day on Fox that you can't really say it's a...
Trump says it's anti-Trump.
Well, but Chris Trump's got a bug of his...
I stand with Trump. I stand with Trump.
He's in a feud.
Yeah. They didn't even carry his rally the other night. Huge rally in North Carolina on the eve of an election, 2 elections, very important elections. They didn't even carry the rally. Fox. But they didn't carry it, you know, because they don't want to help him. They're trying to undermine him.
They're trying to put on an image of objectivity.
Yeah, good luck with that.
They support both of them equally. Now, I don't believe it. I mean, I basically believe that if you weighed it all on the scales of justice, you would find that it comes out with Trump having more hardcore followers.
Yeah.
The place where we lose is on the Sundays. They got a whole bunch of these old guys on Sunday.
Chris Wallace.
And
Chris Wallace.
And who's the other one? The guy that drives me nuts? I can't think.
I'm not sure, but Chris Wallace is a jerk.
Yeah.
He's a jerk. Just like his dad, Mike Wallace.
Yeah, and he's not his dad.
Yeah. No, he's not. And he's only there because, you know, Chris Wallace thinks he's this great newsman. The only reason he's there is because his daddy was Mike Wallace and has a great reputation.
And there's a guy that doesn't like Trump. He's a, what do they call it?
Well, I think
What do they call it? Never Trump.
liberal jerk.
He's a never Trump.
The reason Chris Wallace, I think, doesn't like Trump is a lot of reasons, but he's jealous of Trump because Chris Wallace is a lot like Fredo over there. Cuomo, Chris Cuomo. Chris Cuomo, Fredo on CNN knows deep down that he's not the best, that he's only on CNN because his daddy was the governor of New York and his brother's the current governor. And Chris Wallace deep down knows that no one views him as this great journalist. He's only there because his daddy was Mike Wallace. And he looks at Trump, who, was born into a family of means, but look at what he did. He turned millions into billions and a household name in the presidency. And he's jealous of men who make it.
He's also part of the old left-wing establishment.
Like, Chris Wallace is a nobody compared to Mike Wallace. Mike Wallace was a powerhouse, and Chris Wallace will never be able... Donald Trump took his father's business and made it bigger many times over, and Chris Wallace is jealous of his son who makes it on his own. Steve Cain Show.
Every once in a while, he'll throw Trump a bone.
Hold on.
But by and large, if you sat down and made a list of everybody, the morning team is solid Trump, 5 days a week, morning drive team.
Well, I don't watch that because we're on the radio then, so I don't think it,
You're on the radio.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm sorry. I try to get all kinds of opinions.
Well, you should listen to the show that has your name on it. All right, good morning. You're on the radio.
So good.
Yeah, go ahead.
That Fox, and I agree with you. I mean, Fox and these never Trumpers, and it's pretty obvious, I would think. I mean, I think everybody that listens to your show knows that Trump has diluted not only their power as far as Fox News is concerned, and he's plugging One American News. He's telling them that they're fair. It's because, as I stated, he has diluted the entire media, whether they be Fox or CNN. Their power. They're trying to get it back by continuing.
Well, when in Trump's first election that he won, now this will be the second one he wins, it was a real test at who was the mover and shaker. Was it the mainstream media, or was it Trump and the online media, and the media lost, and they want Trump to lose so that they can regain their power, is what you're saying, right?
Well, yeah, like I said, Fox is included in that because as far as I'm concerned, Fox is corrupt. I mean, other than Janine Pirro and the aforementioned, Sean Hannity, Laura Ingram, and Tucker Carlson.
They're all solid
I don't know.
Trump.
They're all pro-Trump. Yeah, exactly. But other than that, I mean...
Well, Judge Janine said Fox is looking to get rid of her, she said the other day.
Well, she didn't mean to say it.
No, she didn't know. She meant to say it. She just didn't know people could hear it. She thought it was
She's still there.
Well, she says they're gunning for her, though. All right, hey, Juan, appreciate the call. We gotta run, Steve.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back. More of the Steve Cain Show after this.
Do you really think it's smart to say on the air all the time that you listen to IOD and watch Fox instead of listen to the Steve Cain Show in the morning? That's Steve. That's stupid. No, it is. I listen to IOD on the way to work. You don't get the information from me.
To the horrors of hardcore addiction down the road. Drug problems
All right.
left unattended.
Why don't we do Why don't you record spots for them to watch Fox and Friends instead of listening to the Steve Cain Show?
You need expert professional help, and if your family is disintegrating in front of your eyes and you feel helpless,
That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. That's different. No. That's not the same thing.
Personal cell phone, 561-523-4325. If your loved
All
one
right.
refuses treatment,
Okay.
recovery
Okay.
will conduct an intervention
All right.
and get them into the treatment plan that they
I don't
need.
think it sounds good on the air for you to say that.
Every option, from intervention to 30-day rehab to
Not at all.
working to counseling
No.
with a licensed therapist, as well as group
It's not the same
therapy
thing.
treatment. It's covered by most insurance, but no matter what your situation is, the Edge
No, it's
Recovery is
no. You
options
just no.
for you. Call
No, it's
us
bizarre.
now at Edge Recovery
It's bizarre.
today. 561 area
That's not the. No. You're saying instead of listening.
325. Again, that sounds personal.
No, it's not the same thing.
561-523-4325.
Well, I should be your prep.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow.
I guess I'm not. I guess I don't have the good stuff.
Pillows would go flat. I would flip
All
flop
right.
all night long. I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap, even though I slept 8 hours.
No, I don't think that's smart.
MyPillow, I wanted it to where you can move the patented fill to give you the.
No, I just don't think it sounds good. I just don't think it sounds good.
MyPillow will get you into that deep sleep faster. And you
No,
will
that's
sleep longer. It's not about how
that's
much
not a
you sleep
rule.
in bed, it's about how much
That's not a
you
rule. That's more like a taboo.
I do all of my own manufacturing right here in the United States.
Someone in the chat said it's passive aggressive. Steve. Someone in the chat room just said it's passive aggressive.
For a limited time, go to mypillow.com.
No, I no one said anything till I just think it's bizarre. It's not.
For one low price.
It's not the same thing.
Free shipping.
Like for
Use the promo code Cain, K-A-N-E.
You've never done that before.
Call 1-800-716-4879
You never rate. No, not like that. Other people. No. There's differences. It's different.
Again, use the promo code Cain, K-A-N-E, at mypillow.com.
No, it's not what you're doing.
4879 for this fantastic offer.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
You don't think you can...
I don't think that's what you're doing. It's not the same thing. It's bizarre.
Is it painful for you to eat? Does the constant denture movement affect your speech? Are you always worried that your dentures will fall out while you're talking or laughing? Do you have sore
Bizarre.
spots? You are not alone. These are common problems that can be solved simply with dental implants. This is Steve Cain, and I want to introduce you to Brighton Dental Care, where the Cain family goes for all our dental needs. Brighton Dental Care doesn't want cost to stop you from being able to eat the foods you love again and live in comfort. That's why, for Steve Cain listeners, they're offering implants. Get this for just $3,500. That includes 2 implants plus a lower denture. Now, if you go to a dentist in Boca or in Aventura, they're going to charge you $6,000 for the exact same implants and denture. That's right, $6,000. But at Brighton Dental
That's not what you're doing,
Care,
though.
$3,500.
No, that's-
That includes the 2 implants plus your lower denture. Laugh and live with confidence. Call Brighton Dental Care at 954-922-4633, 954-922-4633, and online at brightondentalcare.com. Be sure to ask about special discounts for our military veterans.
The Steve Cain Show is brought to you by attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Avoid probate with a revocable living trust.
You're telling other people why should they listen? To get your information, go to Fox, go to IOD. That's what you're saying. No, we shouldn't do it on the air. No, it's bad to. You shouldn't do it on the air. No, it's not. No, I'm not.
With 9 offices in South Florida,
No, I'm not.
Boca Raton, Plantation, and Coral Springs. Call 1-855-FLA-3782.
Listen to the Steve Cain Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for WWNN.
All right, we're back.
Oh boy, I tell you. If you watch on the live streams, you get all the behind the scenes. One of those days where we forget there's cameras around.
People listening to all that crap.
Yeah, well, you know, we've been live streaming for so many years now. Sometimes you forget it's going on. No, that debate last night was the best. I would put that up.
Heads and tails above all the others that have gone up to them. Because they've all been awful.
Well, no. I would say that debate would be equal to the best debate Trump even had. I mean, that debate last night could not have helped Trump more than if they were really trying. Yeah, it was like, you know, because people, which Democrat is he going to debate? He's always there because they're always countering him. And
do a whole thing today.
that debate last night was better than if Trump had been there.
How long do you think it will take? By the way, you watch his.
I haven't looked at his Twitter yet this morning. Steve Cain Show.
Bet you it's not going to. I was going to say, what's
what you
want
to talk about?
On how long it's going to take him to go into a discussion of it.
Okay, hold on.
It's so much great material for him.
Okay, all right. We want to take some calls.
Yes.
All right, let's go to Katina. Katina in Baltimore. You're on the air.
Katina, how are you, dear? Very well, my love.
Fine. I'm hoping that you can talk.
Wait, Katina, you got to turn the volume down on the device you're listening to us on. You got to turn the volume down. You got.
Katina, what are we going to do to get you to turn down your radio?
She can't hear.
She's just talking.
It's fine now.
Because he has no competition, yes.
There is none.
Not that the leftists can't bury themselves. He gave them the shovel.
Yeah. Well, Trump doesn't have to tell. See, the difference between these guys and Trump is he doesn't have to tell them what he's done. Everybody in the country is experiencing it. And
but it is important because he got so caught up in his Trump-like humor and being a star and enjoying the contest of going back and forth that he wasn't spending enough time emphasizing his accomplishments. And in politics, it's like anything else. Repetition is what gets things through.
Yeah.
Over and over. That's why he always started. And there was a lot of criticism about him for a while, which he resisted briefly. And then, being the genius that he is, he realized there was truth to that. And he always said the first thing in the first 10 minutes of every speech or every appearance he makes, he'll get in all the accomplishments over and over and over and over again. Because that's what he's going to run on. They had no accomplishments to run on.
But if you look at them up there, though, they should have accomplishments. You've got how many U.S. senators, and Joe Biden has been in government as long as I've been alive, and he doesn't have any, the things that he grabs onto are when he was vice president with no power, and you even Buttigieg, he's the mayor of a city. I haven't heard him mention anything he's done for the town.
He didn't say a word last night when I was listening. Did he ever in the second half?
Yeah, he attacked Castro for going after Biden, but that's about all I heard from him.
So he was trying to get the sympathy vote.
Yeah, I'm trying to get but
Biden falls through.
But these candidates that are running, most all of them have been in government for a long time, and they should have accomplishments too, and they have none. None.
Well, that's because government isn't the place you want to go.
Steve Cain Show.
You want to take some of these calls?
We'll take some more. All right, Katina, thanks for the call. All right, you're on the radio. You got to speak up. Speak up. We can't hear you. Speak up. Speak up. I can't even understand what the guy's talking. Is he talking to us? I don't even know if he's talking. It sounds like he's talking to somebody in the car.
Sounds like he's on drugs.
Well, he must be a Democrat. Maybe I should put him back on the line then. You know, one of the callers earlier brought up something that I think is something interesting, that Kamala Harris slurs her words when she talks as if she's intoxicated. And if you listen to Kamala Harris, not all the time, but sometimes she does slur her words. And you got to wonder, is she drinking?
No,
She thought
and if she's drinking, to what degree is she drinking?
enough to slur. How much you have to drink to slur your words?
Some people you can have 2 drinks.
Well, you shouldn't be having any drinks before you go out on a debate stage.
I would say that. But
You know,
again, a lot of
you
people
know.
need that little boost of alcohol. To
Yeah.
keep them nervous.
If she needs to have a little boost of alcohol to get through a debate, how much is she going to need to get through a presidency with the stress of that?
A lot.
Yeah, right. I mean, she does slur her words. I don't know if it's a speech impediment or drinking.
A look.
Well, if you listen to her, she slurs her words a lot, and that's
Let
fine.
me ask you, there were 10 people up there last night.
Yeah.
How many of them would you say, when that debate started, had 0 alcohol or any type of stimulant, any kind of artificial thing like that, a pill or alcohol or something like that? The systems were totally free of it, or
Everyone except maybe Kamala Harris. People don't take drugs and drink before they do a presidential debate.
What are you talking about?
You think Trump does?
No, Trump's a teetotaler.
Okay, so no way.
Yeah,
No.
I'm not getting drunk. Everybody has a drink to relax.
Not everybody.
My father came home, Joe came in. I love talking about my sister. We reminisce about the old days when our psyches were attacked by our dad. But first thing Joe did when he came home, go in the den, open the key to the bar, open the bar, and pour himself a stiff scotch. He'd have 1, maybe 2. That was a ritual, but just always. And then, I used to be like that. That I had to have a beer just to relax. I mean, that's different than drinking.
That doesn't mean everybody does, Steve. I don't have a beer to relax before I do public
Open
speaking.
the phones, have them call in.
And what's the question?
How many people in that debate do you think, within the last 12 hours before the debate started, had an alcoholic beverage? At least 1.
I would say 9, no, 1 maybe, and that's Kamala Harris.
You're off. I think probably, definitely a majority. I'll go that far. That's easy. Definitely a majority.
Come
I
on.
mean, having 1 drink is not.
Why would you do that? It puts you to sleep.
I don't do it because when I'm doing a television show, I want to be as sharp as possible. But I know the idea of.
Well, I will say, when I've seen Beto on stage a few times, the way he moves his body and arms is odd. Even Trump said that.
Were you talking about him looking like a Kennedy or being a...
No, he does look like a Kennedy. He's got a Kennedy mouth and teeth. If you watch Beto's face.
He looks like more than Kennedy.
Mm.
I want to get feedback from the audience on this, if they agree or disagree. I think if he's the illegitimate son of somebody that's famous in politics, I would say he looks like John Kerry.
Oh no, he looks like Bobby Kennedy, not John Kerry. John Kerry looks like.
The wrong shape.
No, his mouth and teeth. Beto's mouth and teeth are. He's got the Kennedy mouth. The Kennedys all have the same mouth. You can tell a Kennedy a mile away by their mouth and teeth. They all have that same.
I say John Kerry.
John Kerry looks like a Dick Tracy villain, like his face is melted or something. Looks like Jay Leno.
When he was younger, John Kerry. I mean, John Kerry's starting to show his age, but he basically, I see big similarities between him and Kerry. But anyway, let's see who the audience agrees with. You're up on a break here. Okay, that's our break sign. We will take a little break here and be back right after this.
All right, it's the Gold Report time.
Get super savings on over 1,500 Toyotas during our 2020 Supra sales event at Toyota of Hollywood. But Toyota of Hollywood has one of the largest selections of 2020 Supra launch editions in the country. Plus, we're selling 2019 Toyotas at up to 50% less than their original MSRP when new and used. 50% less. A real 2019 Camry LE, not $26,000, $18,775. A real 2019 Corolla LE, not $22,000, $13,775. Get super savings during our 2020 Supra sales event at Toyota of Hollywood, the #1 volume Toyota dealer, based on total retail sales of new Toyotas in the Southeast region for 2014 to 2018 per SET, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street, open till midnight.
Right
don't
now,
worry.
the U.S. is in the midst of a deadly opioid epidemic. In South Florida alone,
I'm gonna do it this weekend. I'm gonna do it. I'm not waiting for them to give me the stuff. I got that one brochure. I'm just gonna do it.
Prescription medication that's as close as the family
I'm not gonna wait for 'em
medicine
anymore.
cabinet. In fact, Mom and Dad's medicine cabinet is frequently the gateway to the horrors of hardcore addiction down the road. Drug problems left unattended are only going to get worse. This is not something you can do on your own. You need expert professional help, and if your family is disintegrating in front of your eyes and you feel helpless, I'm here to tell you that help is available. Call my good friend Sal at the Edge Recovery, 561 area code 523-4325. This is his personal cell phone, 561-523-4325. If your loved one refuses treatment, the Edge Recovery will conduct an intervention and get them into the treatment plan that they need. The Edge Recovery offers every option, from intervention to 30-day rehab to sober living to counseling with a licensed therapist, as well as group therapy treatment. It's covered by most insurance,
Younger
but no
man.
matter what your situation is, the Edge Recovery has options for you. Call Sal at the Edge Recovery. Do it today. 561 area code 523-4325. Again, that's Sal's personal cell phone, 561-523-4325.
This segment of the Steve Cain Show is brought to you by I Will Advisors. Seniors, medical open enrollment is approaching. Do you know what Medicare options are available to you? Call Debbie at 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080, and she will answer all your Medicare questions. 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
Listen to the Steve Cain Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for WWNN.
All right, the moment has come that I certainly look forward to in every Steve Cain show, and I have a feeling there's a lot of people out there who agree with me. Of course, we're talking about the Gold Report, brought to you by William Youngerman. William Youngerman, one of the top experts in the field of precious metals, really in the country, and he's been advising clients on trends and movements and the implications of those movements for 52 years now, and 15 of those here on the Steve Cain Show. Each morning at this time, we find out what happened yesterday, how things wound up, and how they're opening up this morning. William, how are you?
Great, Steve. How you doing?
Is all going well?
Good. Good. Gold, interesting. Yesterday, we started off the morning up $25, as you recall, on news that there was additional quantitative easing coming by way of Germany and the European Union, and that gave flight for gold to go up to $1,521, up $25 in the morning. But then our markets opened up and continued to sell it down as traders took profits as they had bought it at cheaper prices the day before. So that pushed gold all the way back down to close up only $1.90 on the day. And that was at 1498.80. It looks like we're trying to develop a trading range of somewhere between strong support for gold around 1485 to 1500, even though we keep creeping up over the $1,500 number. Silver did similar, ran up yesterday and then pushed back down to close down 2 cents on the day, down 2 cents on the day at 1806. Platinum was up $7 at 949, but the big news was with palladium yesterday. Palladium pushing all the way through $1,600 an ounce.
Wow.
It was up $47 on the day, closing at $1,610 the ounce. Overnight, we saw gold get up to $1,509.60. Again, getting sold down as our markets opened up this morning, back down now to about $1,500. That's only up 40 cents on the day. Silver ran up to $18.25 overnight, but right now is just shy of $18, right around $18, down 6 cents on the day. Platinum ran up to $9.64 overnight. Right now, platinum's at $9.52. That's up $3 on the day. And palladium got up to $1,624 overnight and is trading currently at $1,588. That's down $12. But pretty much the market seems stable. But again, gold needs to break out towards the highs that we made a week ago when it got to $1,557. But for the time being, we seem to be building strong support, possibly around that $1,500 number.
What was
take advantage of any dips now. This is a great buying opportunity. I still think gold is locked into going much higher before the year's out.
All right, there you have it. Stop by William Youngerman. Do it today. Probably going to be a lot more expensive if you put it off. So today's a good day. Located at 150 East Palmetto Park Road in Boca. That's the Bank of America building on the first floor. And they have all kinds of services at William Youngerman. For example, William, tell them about the market that where you buy precious metals.
Sure. We've been making two-way markets in the precious metals for over 50 years. And whether it's in just about any form you've got it in, whether it's broken jewelry, old jewelry, brand new jewelry, estate jewelry, silverware, or old coins and currency or collectibles, just bring them on in. We can turn them into cash for you, or we can trade you out and get you something in nice estate jewelry that you'd like to wear. We have a full supply of all the precious metals in stock for immediate delivery.
All right, there you have it. Again, the address 150 East Palmetto Park Road in Boca. Bank of America building on the first floor, right across from the bank. And the phone number, 1-800-327-5010. Website, WilliamYoungerman.com. William, have a great weekend. We'll speak on Monday.
Okay, you too now. Thanks.
You take care.
Did you hear about this thing with Rush, with Crystal Ball, about the nude photos?
No.
Okay.
That sounds like a
Rush
note to go out.
Rush made a mistake, but he wasn't as wrong as the media. The media going after Rush again a lot, I've noticed, which they weren't before. But yeah, they're worried about Rush Limbaugh. He's coming back. I get, they used to go after Alex Jones. They got him taken off the air. So, well, let me read you the story. And Rush was not completely inaccurate with what he said. He just had the age wrong and some of the facts off. But hey, listen, you talk 3 hours a day for years and years and years. You're going to be wrong sometime. She used to be on MSNBC. She left. She's at the Hill now. She's not very well known, but she's got a name that sounds like a stripper.
Well, I know that, but I mean, what does she look like? Is there something I remember from visually?
No, she's very plain looking. But anyway, it says here, Crystal Ball, the former MSNBC host who now works as a news anchor for The Hill, is firing back at Rush Limbaugh after the conservative radio host alleged that she had posted, nude photos of herself on Facebook or MySpace when she was 14 or 15 years old. Rush had said she had posted pictures of her when she was 14 and 15, nude, up on Facebook and MySpace, which was not true, but there were some pictures with her that he got confused, which he hasn't corrected it, but I'm going to correct it. So if any of the Rush Limbaugh people are working up there, I'm going to give you some information about Crystal Ball that Rush confused, because he knows he will remember when you tell him, because I know the Rush people listen to us. They're in town. In a segment on her show, Rising with the Hill, the 37-year-old Crystal Ball shot down Limbaugh's claims, telling her co-host and viewers that Facebook and MySpace did not exist when she was a teen and that she never posed nude. Crystal Ball added that Rush Limbaugh may have been referring to party photos of her that surfaced online, but that she was an adult and she wasn't undressed in those photos. Okay, yeah, but she didn't say what the photos were of. And I remember these photos of her because Crystal Ball ran unsuccessfully for Congress a long time ago. And these party photos that she referenced came out. And this is what Rush had confused in his mind. she had a dildo. She was wearing what looked to be, she was dressed barely, and it was a party, a drunken college party, and she had a dildo in her hand up to her mouth, which implies certain things. And when she ran for Congress, these photos came out, and that's what led to, and that's what Rush was confusing, and I guess because she doesn't look like she's 40, he probably felt that was a long time ago. She was younger then, but that's so. If you guys up at the EIB network in Palm Beach search for those party photos with the dildo, you'll find the photos, and Rush will be cleared. Just the only thing he was inaccurate about was her age at the time. He was off by a few years.
Well, the age is the...
And she didn't post them on. And she didn't post them online. Some others did that didn't want her, I guess, to win the seat in Congress when she ran. That's okay. It's not a, what she did was not terribly bad. It was, drunken party in college. Things happen, I guess.
Rush has emerged as one of the great spokespeople for Trump. He's very, very pro-Trump. He makes excellent arguments, points out, things that need to be pointed out. And,
well, they're neighbors. They're neighbors up there at Mar-a-Lago. Rush lives right down the street from Trump.
Yeah.
So they're neighbors. Like on Desperate Housewives. They're that close. They're that close. But no, this thing with Crystal Ball, and what Crystal Ball is doing with Rush is to try to make herself a little more. I knew who she was, but I didn't know she was doing a show. So now people know about her show, and so they're using this Rush thing to promote her show. It's good promotion, and it's what he said was not that bad. Please, he was wrong. He can be wrong.
That's their idea of a big scandal.
And he corrected it. It wasn't like he was going around for 35 years saying he was an Indian when he wasn't, and getting tenured professorships and things out of it.
Is ever going to go away, the Indian thing? Is she ever going to? She is going to be. She is right now. I would have to say, looking at this sorry lot of candidates that the Democrats are putting forward, I think that the Pocahontas is going to be the
nominee. No way. No, it's going to be Biden. I'm telling you, it's going to be Biden. It's going to be Biden. I'm telling you, it's going to be Biden.
I would love to see it, because it would.
Castro firmed that up last night.
But the thing is the thing anybody has to watch out with Biden is getting a sympathy reaction.
Yeah.
If you beat him up too badly, you can't.
It's
such a mismatch, Trump and Biden.
Well, what happened in the first debate, Kamala Harris became a maybe front runner because she went after Biden on the segregation and busing thing. So Castro was trying to do what Kamala Harris did, and he failed.
Yeah, well, he was trying to.
If you want to go after Biden,
take Biden out.
if you, well, to promote himself, just to try to promote himself, and he may not be in the next debate, Castro.
Maybe the whatever little cabals and cliques they've developed there in that Democratic field could very well be that he's representing a number of.
Yeah, we're almost out of time, and I want to tell people before we go, especially our overnight listeners, a couple of things. Number one, Friendly Tire is open on Saturdays, because I know people drive far away to get these great deals at Friendly Tire, and I know a lot of you work during the week, maybe you can't make it. So Friendly Tire is open on Saturday. Their website, friendlytire.net, and their number 954-977-9445. That's listed at stevekainshow.com. And another quick thing is we are less than 2 months away from the Steve Cain cruise to the Cayman Islands, to Cozumel, and to Costa Maya. Yeah, and if you call Ian at Cruise and Travel Depot, you can still join us. And all of these great activities that we talk about, the cocktail parties, the sail away party on the bow of the ship.
Special celebrity guests.
Yeah, that's right. All of these special events we are talking about, our excursion to the Mayan ruins, everything that we have planned on the trip, this is just for people that are in our group. So call Ian at Cruise and Travel Depot and join us. It's coming up November 8th, a Friday. We leave in the afternoon, return the following Thursday. Ian at Cruise and Travel Depot is listed at stevekainshow.com. If you missed the number, 561-244-5779, 561-244-5779. It's going to be a great time.
All right, that does it. We'll be back on Monday. Who knows What wildness will occur between now and then, whatever it is, we'll be discussing it here on the Steve Cain Show. Be sure to be with us. Have a great weekend.
That was it.
God bless America.
All right, guys. See you later on Facebook. All right, guys, on YouTube. Take care, guys. Make sure you subscribe, all right? Talk to you later.